Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Generic Fantasy Setting here on Dork Tales. I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly, and joining us tonight is the party known as Nothing Ventured. But everybody, last episode ended with a bit of a kerfuffle because our power went out. So we kind of left it on a cliffhanger. And I had planned to do this really kind of cool mid episode like, oh, so now, actually, end of episode like, oh, we're at the end of the episode, and now I'm going to reveal something super impressive. And then, like, our power died, so that kind of sucked. So what I'm going to do right now is that even though we have a little bit of last episode that we have to finish, I want to do that big reveal now. And that is that we have been running Generic Fantasy Setting number 17735 for little over 2 years now. In that time, we have gone from level 1 to level 10. We have done great things, fought off Null hordes, etc. But I think that though the name's really cute, and I love Generic Fantasy Setting as kind of the name for a fantasy setting, we have a lot of things that are set in our homebrew world of Elos. With that in mind, the subtitle for this game has always been The Shards of Nyrn. And from here on in, the game is going to be known as the Shards of Nyrn, which is set in the Generic Fantasy Setting, number 17735. And because of that, I think that we should probably change the way that things look. Oh, sorry, wrong snap.
Oh no!
There we go.
All right, so welcome to the Shards of Nyrn. And so these are new frames. I hope you enjoy them. Let's turn off the old ones. So yeah, you like them? They're fancy. You're a little smaller, fancy. But I think it's good. I can't type in this window for some reason though. So whatever, not a big deal. Okay, so distance backdrop. Boop boop. Okay, shut those down. And is Farah still visible? Oh, that's not gonna work. Let's move Farah to the top. Farah? Ah, there she is. Okay, good. All right, so hello everyone, and welcome to the Shards of Nyrn here on Dork Tales. I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly, and joining me tonight is the party known as... What are you pointing your fingers at, Amy?
Something awkward about Malia's image up in the corner.
That's true. One sec. Mike sent me the fix for that.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop. That's my bad, Michael. I know you did the job. Michael is a phenomenal graphic designer.
It is true, he is.
And I just forgot to update that because I was too busy finishing my book.
Book time!
I'm so tired.
Hey.
I was only up till 7 doing my last draft last night. Although, I will say that my first test reader got back to me within 4 hours.
Whoa.
And they said they read it 3 times. And I'm like, cool. I mean, it's only like 12,000 words for that piece of fiction, but like I was like, that's a lot of times to read this book, or to read these 5 chapters. Okay, so boop,
yeah.
boop, 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 boop. Okay, so I can fix that real quick. So hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Shards of Nyrn. Technically the first episodes of the Shards of Nyrn, but hey, still good. Boop and generic, Shards of Nyrn, and frame front 2.
I have another question.
That should fix it.
So the banner behind Farah looks an awful like it's saying the Eternal City.
Huh? Oh yeah. I see what you mean.
Yes. Yeah. So is it the Infinite City or the Eternal City?
It's both.
Okay, cool.
It's why not both?
Honestly, the translation could be that, like, could mean
I've just updated the episode title in Twitch, so. So there we go. But it goes by both, including Forever Town. We're starting off to a roaring stop. Good job, everybody.
This is good because it means my notes are accurate.
Yes, and thank you for keeping accurate notes because I couldn't find some of my notes from season 1, so I looked through your notes in my bin.
Oh no!
I was like, "What's going on?" Oh yeah, Amy takes notes. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
My notes have gotten distinctly less functional now.
Well, yeah, because I'm not there to like glower.
Oh,
Glower,
no.
glower.
It's normally I take a full page in a single episode. There's
Mhm.
2 episodes on this one page.
Really?
Yeah, well, my notes include buy treats for the kids, Brahms in a stockade, arrow pointing to Weirbear, and then 2 names. And that's it.
Was it a werebear or,
Oh yeah,
or
we had a
werebear?
werebear.
Yeah, there's a Weirbear.
For
More like
most
a
part of
weird
that
bear.
list, it sounds like what I have to do at work on a daily basis.
Okay, so... Oh, and Mally is fixed. Okay, go. Sorry, that took a
Yay.
second. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Mike. Okay, so... Whoop. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to Generic Fantasy Setting and the Shards of Nyrn. Without further ado, why don't we go ahead and introduce our lovely cast. Let's do it in order of operations, starting as always with the cleric. Hello, Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine, and I only just spotted what you were saying was wrong with Malia's frame.
It was just like the little...
I was just like, I don't see anything wrong with her image. What's going on? And then I saw it right before it changed. I was like, that's what's wrong. Okay. But hi, I'm Christine, and I play Malia Sunsworn, the Dwarven Tempest Cleric of Vela.
Cool. You're coming in a little quiet.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either, but...
I'm talking at a normal volume in front of my mic that has not had its settings changed.
mhm.
She sounds good on my end.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, it's doing that thing where my volume's different than the stream's volume. Never mind.
Ah,
We're all
that'll
good.
do it.
Hello, Amy.
Hello, I am Amy, and I'm playing Tia Armstrong, the half-orc druid. And I'm sorry about all the corrections, and I would keep quiet, but it would bother me.
What corrections?
Yeah, what corrections?
Exactly. Hello, Winter.
Hi, I'm Winter. I play Mars, the Tiefling Rogue.
Nice. And hello, Mike.
Hey guys, I'm Mike, and I play Xeno Rightwing. He's our half-elf ranger in the group, and as usual, I'm joined by Vincent Valen Bun in the corner, showing off his magnificent ears.
They're pretty magnificent.
Magnificent.
All right. Boop. And that is...
If we have another power outage, you should try adjusting his ears.
Doo, 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 doo. I do. I
That'll
adjust
fix
them
the
like a
signal
TV
strength.
antenna.
Yeah.
Does he like
Yeah.
He's indifferent to it.
that? Okay. So he likes it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He gets treats, so.
That's fair. Okay. And Mike, you have been adjusted now, so you should be good to go.
Okay.
Just
I
don't...
keep an eye on the Twitch.
There we go.
And-
All
and a
right.
lot as
Cool.
well, so-
Live updates are great. Okay.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good. And now let me just turn up my personal volume a little bit. All right. So, ooh, thanks, Kel. So hello, everyone. Welcome. And last episode, the characters traveled to a temple of Croesus the Undying, the god of undeath and pyramid schemes, and they met a lovely cleric who agreed to help them go back to the small town of Reaper's Grove and help reclaim it for the undead. Trust me, it's better than it sounds. As the characters went back, they came in the middle of a festival and found that their friend, not enemy, Brom the Town Drunk, who is not played by Paul Rudd, but is played by Paul Rudd, was in the stockade being pelted with rotten fruit. They decided to rescue him by starting a food fight. Good job, Mars. And
Yeah.
In the kerfuffle, the moon came out, and it was revealed that Brom was in fact a werebear, struggling against his lawful good nature, and went on a WWF style rampage against all of the assholes in the town, and like suplexed the hell out of a lot of people, including an old lady.
Was glorious.
Yep.
Teach your children to read.
It's been a long week, and I forgot about that line, so that's even better.
And then Tia turned into a bear and joined in the fun.
You might as well, really.
Yeah.
So, one sec. Yeah, that should be... All right, that should be louder now. All right, and with that, you had the cleric that was with you. There we go. Sorry, I've got so many notes because we cut off in the middle of session, and I'm a little awkward. All right, so you didn't talk to Riri Redmaw. We're talking about Millicent Digby, the cleric of Cresius, who informed the town that they had been in violation of several of their charter oaths and had stripped 3 out of 4 of the town councilors of their roles, putting in the owner of the Pumpkinhead store and 2 people from the local Skyfire Coffee Brewery in charge, including Brom, who is a partial owner. With that, she said, now let's see about getting the undead fixed. Time passes, and soon you find yourself out at the ancient cemetery of Reaper's Grove. The moon is full overhead, and you can see fields of bones and headstones reaching out over the rolling, sprawling plain. A low mist is clinging to the ground as you assemble out at the Temple of Cresius, the small columned building made of that slate gray concrete. It's more function than beauty. More of a receptacle for grave tending tools and small offerings to the god of undeath. Cleric Digby wanders out and looks at the rent in the mosaic of Cresius. The smiling skull made of mosaic tiles in the center of the shrine. "Well, this won't do at all," she says, sliding her glasses up her nose. And with a powerful prayer to Cresius that sets several of your skins writhing like worms were crawling beneath your pores, you will feel the ground begin to rumble. And suddenly, from the rift, this 6-10 foot long rift in this mosaic, skeletal hands will start to reach up through the hole, grab the mosaic, and slowly pull it back together like pieces of a ripped cloak. The skeletons will vanish under the mosaic as it seals, a pale, sickly green light running up the seam, and then it's healed. That was easy. I think you can come out now. Then the scene from every horror movie that you've ever heard of in real life starts to play out. Graves begin overturning. Mausoleums creak open. Ancient slates grind away from cave entrances, from tombs, and dozens of dead crawl out. Oh, I almost forgot, and she'll clap her hands twice, and a small fountain with a large basin for washing at the back of this mosaic will begin to erupt with dark black water. One by one, these zombies will tumble and tremble and sway into the mosaic, looking at you with their pustulant eyes dripping down their cheeks, the hollow cavities where once there was flesh. The first, a gnome with a cracked skull and a deathly pallor, will drag himself up, reach his hands inside of the basin as the sky rumbles in protest, and will splash the dark water onto his face. As he turns around and looks at you, you'll see the skin begin to firm, and the mask of life slowly glamour over his undead face. He coughs up a spider the size of a walnut. Much better. Hello there. He'll wander over toward you. Ah, Cleric Digby. Doing well, I see. Quite well, Cleric Reesh. Well, I'm Reesh. I'm the cleric of this town. Or at least I was before I got, well, I slipped in the tub.
Makes sense.
I got better.
Right?
Yeah,
Is
fair
he?
enough.
So are you the ones that went and got Cleric Digby?
Yes.
Yeah.
How long have I been down there?
It's a couple years.
Couple years, yeah.
Like, what?
Now that's frustrating. What was that? I'm a little deaf in this ear.
Yeah, turns out the town council was doing a pretty bad job in your absence.
I see.
Seem to be had their, I suppose, their ringleader of sorts. I think was a priest of something else. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
I wasn't paying attention either. So you're saying the town council isn't here anymore? Good. Ingrates. I used to advise that council back in the day. Oh well, nothing to be done about it.
There's a new council now.
Oh really?
Just formed today.
Oh, just my
Yeah.
luck. Yeah. Suppose I'll
Yeah.
need to get back to my duties then. He crunches his hair up and starts finger combing out his long, bristly white beard. Well, Well, no time like the present. Can I get... Mike, can you and Winter roll me a d4?
Yeah. Oh, I just put all my d4s away at the beginning of the game.
I can roll for you if you want.
I rolled a 3.
Cool. Your strength and dexterity are reduced by 3.
I rolled a 3.
Sounds good. Your strength and dexterity are both reduced by 3. Your walking speed as well is reduced by 5 feet. You are going to feel really, really feverish, both of you. You're going to feel really... Even in the cold out here, there's a sheen of sweat on your upper lips, and you feel your bones hurt. Like it hurts to move in an echoing, raw feeling inside of your frame.
Oh.
Guys, are we going to be hanging out here for very much longer?
So we
Probably not that much longer.
I'm not feeling too good.
Neither am I, actually.
Malia will turn to look at them. Do they look like they're sick? Or...
Make me a medicine roll.
and I also do that.
Yes, you may.
Yay.
I don't know what's happening.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. 18. All right. Both of you will see that they are afflicted with something. On closer inspection, a quick test of their symptoms: general weakness, lethargy. A few hours after fighting whatever that ooze was, that ooze with all the dissolved bones and bits in it, they've got bone rot.
Oh no!
Oh. How do we fix that?
You can use lesser restoration, or you can tend to them with medicine and they'll sweat it out after a couple of days, or they'll die.
Oh.
Yay!
Well,
Basically, the way this disease works is that it slowly dissolves your bones.
That's lovely.
Mechanically, every morning when you wake up from a long rest, you roll a d4 and subtract that from your strength, or from your dex or your strength. If it drops you to 0, you die,
Jesus.
and your speed goes down by 5.
So wait, so if my strength is already like less than that, but it's and/or?
It's your strength is not 3.
Okay, yeah, no.
So
I think I just misunderstood what you meant then.
yeah, it's your overall score. So basically, if it drops your total score to 0,
How did we get
well, that is
Ultron?
something I have in fact prepared. So
Cool, because I don't.
you botched your
smack
saving throws.
and smack.
Oh man.
Okay, so you have less restoration. Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Now I wish I hadn't remembered to remind you about the
Mwah!
Xeno ghosts.
I had 2
I
notes.
thought they were fun.
They are fun. I gotta give you a disease. Do you know how rare that is? Normally, you have to go to a brothel for me to do that.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
even then, Mars has been pretty lucky.
Yeah, you
so-
actually have. Like it's been
Yeah,
impressive.
both of us have been.
I mean, at most, generally, most things won't kill you in such a short time that Malia can't rest and prepare new spells.
Fair, yeah.
The only thing that we had to go against that was the dragon disease, the dragon sleep, the dragon long sleep.
Yeah. The dragon long sleep was awful.
Yeah.
Which one was that again?
The one where Farah and the other
The dragon nettle allergy.
Mm, right.
Oh, the dragon nettle, yeah.
Yeah.
The poisoning.
the
the
spoopy.
dragon long sleep.
Dragon long sleep.
The dragon super sleep. All right. So with that, you are brought back, or you're completely healed already. Your stats are going to go back to normal as the power of Vela flows through you.
Yay, Vela.
Hey, Vela.
No more bone hurt juice.
No more bone hurt juice. And is there anything that you are planning to do in Reaper's Grove before you head off?
Buy treats for the kids.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a note from that.
Okay.
Maybe there's something nice in that cafe, like a bakery thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cookies.
The Skyfire Coffee absolutely has a cookie and bakery. They've got ginger snap cookies. They've got some turnovers, pumpkin bread.
Yeah, Dee's gonna pick up a bit of everything, and then also make sure to get some cookies for Farah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Typically.
All right. So you are going to be able to do so, and the newly minted town councilor, what's her name again? It is Luell? Luru Undon, the Black Dragon born, is going to be happy to serve you. And well, I mean, I guess you're going to have to split my duties from now on.
Yeah.
Hopefully no more insane fines, though.
Oh, I wouldn't worry. I'm still insanely fine. I guess that means that we'll have to do that that date another time, Mr. Rightwing.
Unfortunately.
Well, that's all right. You can come back and buy me a coffee.
That'd be lovely.
And as you pick up those cookies and start to head out of town, you will see a sight that makes this feel pretty good. Just at the edge of the graveyard, you will see little Inelin standing there next to Brahm, who's looking a bit more sober and
Less like a bear.
less like a bear. Yeah, a little more complete. As walking toward them, dressed in horrible, rotten clothing, is a woman who looks a lot like Inelin, who you can only assume is her older sister, back from the grave. Do you stick around to eavesdrop, or do you head out?
Dia's gonna head back to the ship.
I think head back to the ship.
All right. You head back to the ship, all of you? All right.
Yeah. Is the priestess coming with us?
No, I think I'm going to stay here for a while and just make sure the transitional period goes accordingly. I don't want to have to worry about any type of bylaw enforcement slipping between the cracks. You know how it is. But
Fair
it was
enough, yeah.
it was very pleasant traveling with you, especially in your skyboat.
She's lovely, isn't she?
So you're heading down to Three Sisters, the Three Sisters temples.
Hmm.
I believe so.
We'll have a lovely time, and if you're ever back in the area, be sure to come back through. It would be great to see you there at the temple. I'm scheduled to be its cleric for the next 282 years, so it shouldn't be hard.
I shouldn't
for you to
miss
find.
you.
No, exactly. Oh, and that reminds me, some of you lesser-lived races, if you'd like to come back, and I can guarantee you a decent spot at burial. It's just a thought.
Yeah, that's.
We'll keep it in mind.
I mean, you're
Good.
going to die soon, aren't you? She smiles at you, Tia. Relatively. I mean, you're a half-orc. Half-orcs have a lifespan of roughly 68 years. And you're 30...
Let's just don't like to talk about age. And she'll just breeze past and head back.
It's just a number. I'll keep a place waiting for you.
Yeah,
She's
I mean,
a little sensitive.
yeah. I've still got a number of years
Yeah.
ahead, though, so.
Unless you get killed.
Unless I get killed, of course, naturally, yeah.
I have no idea about you. She turns and looks at Mars. You could die
What?
tomorrow or live for 1,000,000 years.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Well, safe trips. Oh, and here. And she'll reach into her sleeve and pull out a small mesh bag of... you can kind of see, it looks like sugar cubes. For the children.
Yeah.
If you check inside, each one is a small sugar candy shaped like a skull.
Nice. Oh,
They're,
well,
they're meringues.
Ooh,
Lovely.
fancy.
Oh, have a great time.
You
We'll
too.
see.
Good luck with keeping that transition smooth.
yeah, and we'll see you again.
Sounds good. Bye. You head back to the ship. And where are you headed? What are you doing? What's the deal? As you board, Tia, you will hear the sound of a bit of yelling inside of the main cabin.
Okay.
You don't know what you're doing! Farrah
I'm gonna go
yells.
check that out.
I know exactly what I'm doing. Look, you just add alcohol to any type of cooking and it makes it better. Watch. Yeah, but not on an open
No.
fire!
Oh no! I enter right as things go up in flame.
Yes, the kitchenette inside of the ship erupts in flames, 4 feet high as Cadamus looks like he's making something in a giant concave pan. His eyebrows are slightly singed, and as you come in, he turns and coughs a little bit of black smoke out. Oh. Hey, Tia.
Hey,
Am
I-
I-
Why
you
are
heard-
you setting the Duchess on fire?
There's a metal retaining wall above me. It's not going to catch on fire. Look, I'm making a stir fry.
You made an explosion.
Yeah, that's how you make a good stir fry. Come on, you've traveled, right? You've been to Renai before. Shook, shook, shook.
Malia will walk. Can
Short
Malia
people,
walk in
good
at that
food.
point
Shook, shook, shook.
and just be like, "That's how all dwarven stir fries are made. Didn't you know that?
Hmm.
Explosions are part of it."
It's true. Gunpowder. Have you ever had gunpowder chicken?
I like the boom.
Would there be any chicken left?
She gets it. I mean, it's going to be a little crispy, but that's the best. That's how you know it's not going to get up and bite you. Shook, shook, shook. You ever been...
That's not a concern I've ever had about my
Well, if
food.
you've never been bitten by a chicken, you're lucky. So where are we
Never
headed
had-
next?
Bitten by a dead chicken.
You, Farrah, add some more heat to this. Look, I don't have enough oil. Can I what? Could you just, you know... Look, it's starting to get cold, okay? We have to restock next time we're in somewhere that actually has good peanut oil.
Hey Farrah, here, have some cookies, and Tia's gonna toss them over.
Oh,
Package.
oh, okay, fine. Farrah will breathe some fire into the walk.
Gotta get the walk, hey.
No, yeah. Hey, hey, hey! All right.
I'm gonna go find the kids.
Oh, God.
Don't blow anything else up that you don't mean to blow up.
I do not intend to blow anything up, and I don't intend to
Please.
let him. You'll find the kids relaxing and lounging, reading some books or sleeping.
Who wants cookies?
They will mob you.
Okay.
Take 12 cookie damage.
Okay,
You are deprived of 12 cookies.
that's fine.
There are not that many children, so somebody's getting chubby. Good for them.
Might be Tia. Tia definitely eats a few of them.
Tia, you're getting you put on a nice little soft bit. Good for you. You deserve it.
Immediately burnt out as soon as she starts doing anything ever.
It's true. It's true. You've got that like survivor role, I think. Like just that little like bit that hangs over the belt. Never quite goes away, but it means you're never as hungry as the one who doesn't have it. All right. And all right. What else are you doing? So you hang out with the kids, you give them cookies.
And then go, I don't know, figure out where we're going next, which I think we were talking about the
Dropping the kids off?
causeway and I think the temple.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we were gonna dump the kids at the Temple of Vela and then leave.
Sounds good.
We will be much nicer about how we express that than saying dump them at the temple and leave them.
Yeet.
All right. So
Yeah, no, because Mally is not going to pass the opportunity up to go into the temple.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We will
you
escort,
are just going to have to make do.
we'll escort the children until they feel comfortable.
okay. All right.
Give them morbid sugar skulls.
Xena will have a morbid sugar skull.
It is delicious.
Okay.
Welcome.
Yay.
You just accepted from it something from the Church of Cresius. Good job. Okay, you are not
Didn't
possessed.
Clarify if it was a gift or not.
You did not.
That's right.
Yeah, Tia's gonna not eat them unless someone answers that question.
Xeno ate them. Xeno's fine.
Yep.
He's probably
Okay.
fine. He's fine.
Probably.
He's probably fine.
Probably fine.
We're all fine.
All right, so you will take flight and will head down south along the Great Causeway between the two continents of Toulousia and Argeny. As you do, you take you give a wide berth to the shining city that appears on the horizon some leagues before you're anywhere near your destination. Night is settled over the land, and you're going to make it there probably just around the time that dawn is cracking over the horizon. Now, the causeway is a tremendous, thin length of land that connects the two continents, much like basically kind of like South Mexico, kind of like the Mexico-Panama Central America belt right there. Like that chain of land. And as you are flying through, it is quite rocky and very, very hot. You will realize the vegetation is immense. This terrain has a bit of forestry, but it's mostly thick jungle. And as you awake that morning, one moment, let's just see whether or not this happens in the morning or evening. Ready? Whoop! High or low? Low is morning. Okay, it's going to happen afterwards. Cool. All right. With that, you will be able to look out and see that you think that you have arrived at your destination. The Duchess's voice goes over the old funnels that are placed in every hallway. Arrived. The Three Sisters Temples. Should I put down?
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. She's gonna head up to the main deck.
Looking out, you can see that there's a central gathering area between a triangle of buildings. Well, a triangle of locations, anyway. Looking down from this great height, you can see that there is a tremendous temple. It's large, and unlike the one in Apesh, this one has a square roof, supported by large vertical columns of marble. These columns are yellow and shot through with gold that you can see even from this height. Bits of blue veining as well. They're carved in what can only be described as a dwarven kind of art deco. large square pillars reaching up to the sky, and a central chamber that is open to the heavens to praise Vela. It looks more like, it kind of looks like a square constructed version of the Parthenon. If you want to just get really technical.
Okay.
Nearby is an immense grove. A jungle with a canopy so thick above it that you can barely see into it, save for one patch where, laying there on a raised hill overlooking the ocean, is an altar, barely large enough to make out. You think it's probably about the size of a couple of wagons? But it's obvious this area is squared off. It's about the same size as the Temple of Vela. A bit more sprawling.
Would this be like a Temple of Soth, perhaps, if we're talking about the Three Sisters?
You think it is. Looking around to complete the triangle, you see that there is a bit of craggy, mountainous terrain. And as you look down, you don't see a temple. What you do see is an archway. A great triangular archway carved into the side of the mountain. A yawning void leaning down into the depths of the earth. Likely the Temple of Nyrn.
I want to get in line. I want to get in line. I want to get in line.
So how far does it look from one temple to the other?
Like a walking distance. Basically, like think
okay.
you're in Epcot. So it's the distance from like Italy to France in Epcot.
Okay.
That doesn't work. You've never been to Epcot, have you? Basically, like between theme park destinations and a theme park. So probably about a 10-minute walk between them. There's a large central pavilion that looks very well maintained, with 3 statues in the center, each facing its respective temple and looking either up, down, or out into the sea. Are you going to land your ship and progress?
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, once Tia notices there's a Temple of Soth, she's gonna be like, "Hey, I might need to make a stop."
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there anything else around these 3 temples and their courtyard, or?
I mean, there are a number of vendors selling food and refreshments. There are a few roaming clerics walking around, kind of preaching the words of their gods. In fact, as you land, so why don't we say that you land? Cadamus is going to stay with the ship as always because he's afraid of it getting hijacked. Seriously, you can't deal with sky pirates. They're not great. As you head out onto the temple pavilion, you are going to see that there are several figures roaming around. One of them turns, looks at you. It's a rather thickly built man, a fairly average appearance, with a bright, shining smile and a brown beard that kind of just fuzzes off of the bottom of his cheek. He'll turn and look your direction. "My friends, welcome! I would like to speak with you. Do you have a moment to speak about the word of Brig, the god of the earth?"
I have an errand at this moment that I need to deal with.
Yes,
But if I have time afterwards,
may the
I'd be
sacred
willing to
flame
speak.
guide you.
Cleric to cleric.
I am just a humble brother. But it would be good.
Certainly. She will happily get into a bit of religious discourse once she's done with her duty.
Sounds good. You will also see that nearby is a rather impressive specimen. A halfling standing maybe 3.5 feet tall walks through the center square. She turns around, wearing not much more than a sports bra and pair of tight shorts.
Dang.
Her chest is fairly flat in terms of breast, but deeply chiseled.
What about the booty?
Tanned and muscular enough that she could crack open a soldier's skull between her butt cheeks.
Oh!
I'm in love.
Oh! Kelly,
Yeah.
you make me like halflings more and more
I
every
know.
game.
She's walking around barefoot, her fuzzy feet, curled golden locks all the way to the toes, and she has a golden mohawk that dangles down the back of her spine, almost all the way to the small of her back. She's wearing not much else aside from a couple of fuzzy bracers, and a medallion around her neck, like a victor's medallion. She
Dang,
turns.
she fight.
What'd you say?
I say, dang, she fight.
Hello, everyone. Ugh. I'm here to teach you about the god of muscular strength.
I'm in.
Praise
Yes!
be to Machios. If you're looking for where strength begins, look no further. We will be having a conversation over there. Hello, little lady, she says,
Hi.
turning to you.
Wait, she called me a little lady?
She did. Yeah, can you turn your gain down just a little notch?
A little bit more.
Yeah, I think you're still coming in pretty loud.
I'm sorry. I was just very excited.
That's
right.
what happens when you get an excited mark.
I think that's totally fine. She's going to turn and look you up and down. Yeah, you. Lady with the nice calves.
Me?
You know you. My name's Vanna. I'm a competitor of Machios, the god of strength.
I believe that.
Have you considered supplementing what obvious cardio you do with some muscular endurance?
Maybe.
Well,
How? What do?
come over here. I want to show you the way. And she turns, walks over to a small cart that's been set up. She pulls a string on it, and like a banner is going to flump down. It goes, and it says Portable Temple of Machios. And you can
A
see
little weight bench folds out.
a little weight bench folds out. Yes, a bench does. And you see there's a number of like strange weights and pulleys and like what looks like the weight bench that comes out, actually, Christine, funny that you mention it, has like a giant crossbow, like the type of crossbow you think you would expect on like a Goliath. Swings down and has like arms reaching into like the pulleys and things. And as well, there's like a big bag of flour and like a glass with a spiky type of fruit sitting next to it. If you want to get some muscle, like I said, I'll show you the way. It's right here, the whey powder, Machio Special Blend. Okay? She'll scoop it, throw it into the glass bin, grab the spiky fruit, toss it in, put a steel lid on it after pouring in a bit of milk. The trick is that you have to use goat's milk. Goat's milk is good. It has lower lactose, and so if you're a little irpy, it's good for you. Plus, lots of protein. And she will pour each of you a glass of the whey. This is the whey.
Oh my god.
Cheers. I'll try it. I've tried worse things.
It's kind of chalky, but there's a little bit of vanilla in there that really kind of pulls it together. You think it'd be really good if they did like a chocolate or a chocolate mint, but or like maybe like a passion fruit. What do you think? Great. It's good.
Yeah.
Here, try this. And she'll reach down and she'll pick up a large iron triangle with a handle on top of it. Here. What I want you to do is grab it like this. Okay.
No promises. Okay.
No, we'll try a smaller one. She'll reach down and pick up what looks like a cannonball.
Okay.
With a handle on it. So here's what you do. Now watch me, and she'll turn her back to you. She'll spread her legs and squat down a little bit. All right. So you grab it with both hands. You keep your glutes, that's your butt, tight. Your lower back and core, that's your stomach and back. You clench them up, kind of like you're pooping.
I want her butt.
And then, to do this, you swing, keeping all of your chain tight, and she starts doing kettlebell swings. Back and forth, back and forth.
With a little pelvic thrust at the end.
And every time you have to thrust through like it's prom night and Susie finally said yes.
Dang.
Mally's gonna lean into Mars and just be like, that sounds like an exercise that you should probably do.
I'll try.
I mean, we have a floating home that goes with us right now.
Make me an athletics roll. Let's do it. Make me an athletics roll.
Athletics?
Yeah, athletic. This is athletics, yeah. Is anybody else joining in?
6.
6?
Zeno is standing back watching in amusement.
Okay, so you are going to do it, and you're going to get winded super easy. You're like, okay. Tia, are you getting involved?
No, but Tia's gonna mention, like, lean over by Mars' ear and be like, she would break you, and she'll wander off.
That's what I want!
Yeah, Mally's not going to spend too long watching this before she moves on, because otherwise that would just be rude to, like, the follower Brig that she brushed off already.
What Tia will do is look around for any other representatives, clerics, and see if she can find one up for Arcaris.
Oh, for Arcaris? One moment real quick. Actually, can I get Mike, can I get you to roll me a d10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure thing.
All right, and
8.
8. Okay, sounds good. All right, so that is a... so nearby, Tia, you will see that there is a small gathering of children sitting around an old human man in his, well, old's kind of a venerable. No, venerable's even older. Venerable doesn't sound older, but it is older. A human man in his 50s with a long mustache drooping over his scarred lips. Once upon a time, he was probably quite a heartthrob, but now he looks like, he kind of has the vibe of, you know, this is Danny Trejo. Forget the thing I said about once being a heartthrob. You know Danny Trejo, the machete?
Oh.
So he's a deeply red and brown skinned man with tons of tattoos going up and down his arms, sitting in old cured leather armor with studs that have been shattered by hammers and axes and kept. He has the vibe of a biker, or maybe definitely a soldier of fortune. An old scratched helmet lays next to him. And he turns and cracks his head as he talks to these children who sit around. And then, Arcaris, the god of valor and oaths, struck down Yomanger, the god, the monster of madness and rage. And with this powerful weapon, Arcaris plunged his sword, his weapon, his godly virtue through the monster's eyes, blinding him forever. But there's more that you will not hear everywhere. When he blinded Yomanger, he used his great might and the chains that Graham, his teacher, had brought with him to the battle, and he bound Yomanger at the base of the cleft that their battle had left in the earth. And there, The giant, the monster, he still waits. Still ranting, still raving. Still hungry. For children! And the children will all shriek. But why doesn't he escape? One of them says. He can't. As long as you keep your promises. The chains that hold the Titan of Rage will hold too. But if you break your promises enough times, that chain will weaken. So be good boys and girls, or else it will eat you.
Can Tia sneak up behind them and go roar?
Yes, you may. Make me an intimidation roll with advantage. Make me an intimidation.
Excellent. Okay, that's gonna be a 21.
Yeah, one of them's literally gonna pee himself.
Hmm.
And scream and run off. That was pretty funny.
It was a good story.
It's one of the old ones.
Hmm.
And then again, so am I.
Not so old. Not yet.
I still have maybe a fight left in me. And a sword.
Yeah. That's actually why I was looking for one of you folks.
One of me folks.
Yeah. The more priestly than the...
Ah, I thought you said because I was a Carlesian.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, some people don't like Carlesians.
Yeah, some people don't like orcs.
I've always liked orcs. Carlesia is right next door. Kesh, we get along very well, except when we don't. But the trick is, we all hate Fandelians. Pricks. All of
I
them.
don't think I've met any of those yet, but I'm hoping to get over that way eventually.
If you ever knew someone that you hated that wasn't something that you knew, he's probably a Fandelian.
Good to know.
You mean...
I'm Tia Armstrong. And she'll extend a hand.
I'm Mancibo. It's good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
He does the son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Flex, flex,
Absolutely.
flex, 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 flex.
Yeah.
Much flex. And she'll actually unclasp the scimitar from her belt and hand it over and say, it has served me well, but at this point I think it needs to be handed off to another who will use it. I find my path is taking me away further from Akaris than I originally thought it would.
You give this to me.
So whoever deserves it next, yes.
I accept. On one condition.
Mhm.
You visit a friend of mine. He will repay you for what he owes me.
I see.
Do you like this? And he'll turn and flex his arm, and you'll see that he has a number of really strange tattoos winding up his brown flesh. As he flexes, he's going to make a fist in his hand, and the tattoos, the old blue ink is going to start to glow slightly.
Fascinating.
There's a man inside of Azabek. He can do this to you too, if you'd like. He can also fix up your equipment. An old dwarf named Gryden.
Raiden?
Gryden. Do you speak Dwarvish?
I do not, but I think I'm starting to learn it eventually. I don't know. I'm focusing on Elven right now.
Sure, sounds
Zeno's
good.
been teaching.
Sounds good. So yeah, Gryden, you don't... Gryden. It's Gryden. Yeah. Sorry, just parsing my Elosian dwarf. Because he's a merchant. Lives in the, or at least is usually in the outer section of the city. Before the first wall. Sometimes inside of the second, never past that. Has a cart. You'll see him. He's, story is once upon a time he was a cleric of Gren. We traveled together. A good man. A good artist. Good merchant. He'll treat you well. But I will accept this. Thank you. Is there anything I can do for you besides that?
No, that was all.
Well. Well. There has to be something. How about he'll reach into his pocket and he's going to pull out something to give to you as well.
Oh.
He's going to give you a... There. You're a mercenary, right? You have that
Once
look
upon a
about
time.
you. Yeah?
Yeah.
What company were you with?
Iron Shield.
Thundering Ridge. I've heard. Perhaps one day that will rise again. But you grew up in Thestre, near the water?
For the most part. We wandered around.
You might not need this, but perhaps it will help you. And he will toss you a small carving of an ibis. Ibis? Never pronounce that word. IBIS.
The bird? Ibis.
Yep. Keep it on them. They are good fishers. It is a good luck charm. It will help you fish.
Okay.
And he will delicately take the blade from you and inspect it. This is Triton, Mac. I will do my best to serve it well.
It has seen many battles.
So may we yet. It was good to meet you.
You as well.
Goodbye, Tia Armstrong.
I did not catch his name, honestly. What was it?
It is Mancebo.
How do you spell that?
Mancebo. Mancebo.
Mancebo.
Mancebo.
So, like,
Manchibo. Like kind of like Manchigo, but like Manchibo. All right.
Mancebo?
So, meanwhile, as you're doing that over your shoulder, you are watching Mars basically hyperventilate underneath a bench press with like a 5-pound weight on either end. Come on, you got to feel the burn. Feel the burn.
I normally feel the burn, but I'm not feeling it right now. This just hurts.
I'm just gonna go turn my heater up real quick.
Sounds good. She's gonna lean into your ear and whisper, "Hurt is the burn." Do you pretty much drop it on your throat and start choking?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no!
Yeah,
Don't die! Don't die! Don't die! Don't die! And she'll help try to pull it off of you. Meanwhile, what are Zeno and Malia doing?
Malia was watching this for a few minutes, but then I think she was just going to probably go towards the temple. What do you guys think? Did we bring the kids out?
I think
or were we going to go
gonna
secure them a place first and
secure
then
them a place
Probably
and then bring
that.
them out.
so that they don't maybe get faced with negotiations?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that way it's not too overwhelming at the temple itself to be like, hey, by the way, here's a bunch of kids. Bye.
They're used to
Yeah.
that, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, you could all give them to the disciple of Machios. Then you could have a bunch of ripped kids. Like it's literally a softball team then.
My lord.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I figure I'll probably go talk to the temple. And then I can always tell the kids, like, hey, you've got options here. The temple's willing to take you.
Okay.
Be free, children. Go find somebody. Pick one.
Perfect. Mike,
Find your
Select
path.
your cleric.
what's your
Find your path.
what's your passive
Oh, no.
perception?
Mine?
No, Mike's
Nice.
passive perception. What's
Oh.
Zeno's passive
Oh.
perception?
19, I believe.
19.
Yep.
Great. Cool. What's something valuable you have on you?
Oh, I mean, he's got his his bow, of course, but otherwise he's got a diamond in his pocket, a large diamond.
Cool. You can go ahead and erase that.
Oh no.
You are going to be standing there watching Mars get choked out when you are going to feel like an impact on your shoulder. Someone walks into you. Hey, watch it, buddy. This is a throughway. We're supposed to go through. A half-orc is standing in front of you, dressed in kind of like a flowing shirt. He's got like these swarthy sideburns, fairly handsome-looking half-orc with a pair of rapiers dangling from his hips. He'll like give you this like, what the hell, man? Seriously.
Can I insight check that guy?
Yeah, totally.
Oh. We're running 22.
Cool. He bumped into you on purpose. He's maybe starting to start something with you. Come on, asshole.
God, I hate people some days. What are you doing, buddy? Why are you out here running into people on purpose? You stealing stuff? That's what you're doing?
Excuse me?
People
I don't steal stuff, buddy, okay?
Really?
Yeah, really.
Why else would you be running into people purposely, dude?
I don't like the look of your face.
Neither do I, but oh well.
Oh, good. You want me to rearrange it for you?
I can rearrange yours, pal.
Oh, good. Why don't you do it?
In a courtyard full of clerics.
The healing will be free. You know what? You're not half bad. He'll clamp you on the shoulder. Tougher than I'm used to seeing a half-elf. Your face ain't that bad. Not at all.
I'm tougher than most half-elves. I've taken down dragons before.
Well, then I'm really glad we didn't tussle.
Oh.
Tell you what. Apology. And he'll pull a flask out of his pocket, take a drink, and pass it to you. It's from Dione. It's a spicy.
Oh no, it's spicy! He loves spicy! Against his better judgment, Xeno's gonna try it.
Okay. It's a very, very spicy wine. And as you drink it down, it's just a really spicy, like, fortified spirit. It burns your throat with a little bit of saffron and cinnamon notes to it. And it hurts a little bit, but it's nice. Not bad, right? Got this from a culinary school. Okay, I did steal this, but anyway. Anyway. Nice to meet you. Oh, I gotta go. My, you know what? I don't actually know what we are. Are you coming? Come over here! Come on, there are more things to see. Look, there are many things over here. Over your shoulder, you'll see that there's a tabaxi who's kind of like, hey, come this way, come this way.
Investigation check.
Sure, yeah.
I don't trust these two as far as I can throw them.
Mm-hmm. Investigation?
Investigation, yeah. 22.
22? She's a tabaxi. She seems fine. She looks like she's kind of dressed in very flowing, loose-fitting garments, like someone, kind of like the way that Yasin would dress.
See, that's why I don't trust them.
Yeah. I want to do the weightlifting. Come, Lark, I want to do the weightlifting. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna, as they walk away, I'm gonna keep an eye on them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna trail them and see what they're up to.
Okay.
Stealthy.
Sounds good. We'll get back to you in just a moment.
Okay.
Ridiculous. I love it.
It's so good. I love having connected worlds. All right. So, Malia, do you wander over to the Temple of Vela?
Yes.
Okay, so Temple of Vela music, go. Halls of the Undead. That is not the Vela song. 1 second.
It could
Yeah,
be, you don't know.
Hope not.
So that's going to be boop, and then oops, sorry. That's going to be tabletop audio, and that's going to be fantasy. There we go. Abandoned windmill. Nope, that's not it. Hold on, guys. I'm just gonna throw a song because I didn't. You know, for some reason, I didn't plan for this much God stuff. I don't know what's wrong with me. I should have always planned for God stuff. Everybody loves weird religions.
Yeah,
Mhm.
fair enough.
I love our gods and their various crazy
Weird
followers.
ass, like people.
That's
Yep.
true. Okay, so there we go. All right, so as you approach, the Temple of Vela lays out before you. It's ancient stonework, lying on a soft hill, opposite the gateway to the Temple of Nyrn. Wind whips around your heels as you climb the polished, perfectly hewn steps. As you head inside, you see that there are a number of people knelt around in prayer, up at the bright sun beaming through the skylight. There's a little receptacle of water, which you know to be sanctified rainwater, on the inside for you to anoint yourself with, as well as oils and other scents that are pleasing to Vela.
I will go through all the usual.
Okay. Let's just do a quick check. Okay. Men are odd. Okay. 3 is alphabetically. Dwarf. Elf. Halfling. Now we're not doing another halfling. Okay. As you do your thing, someone in the golden robes of Vela will approach. You hear a light, lilting female voice. Can I help you with anything?
Malia will look up and... What do you think the proper, like, address between two clerics of, like, the same god would be?
Of the same god? I don't know.
Like, for Vela in particular, like, do you think there's something? Because, like, I mean...
She shines on you. And also you. Is a good one. I mean, that feels nice. That feels right to me, but, like, what do you think?
Like, do you
Well, I
mean
mean
like
something like-
addressing if she's like a higher rank? Than
Or do you,
Rainy?
do you
Or,
I mean,
like, do I mean, like, would one cleric refer to another as a cleric? Or something like that? Like, you know, like
sister? Sister could work.
Yeah, like in Christianity, is like sister or brother or.
I would use
stuff like that.
kinship terms usually. Sister, brother. You could call them cleric if you were above them as a way of putting them in their place.
Okay.
You would refer to a high priestess as high priestess or a mother.
Mm-hmm.
In more of the halfling ones, you refer to people as auntie and uncle a lot of the time. It's a little more casual. Same with gnomes, actually. But you will see a human woman in her late 30s stands before you. Her hair is red and wavy and shaved on the right side. Her skin is smooth and smooth and golden from a life spent under Vela's light. And she's actually not that much taller than you. She's 5'4", so for a human, she's fairly short.
Okay.
And while she's quite pretty, she has very pretty features. Her face is rather square, and her build rather thick. Honestly, she looks like a human dwarf in many ways. Like, she looks like you if someone dragged your corner margin and pulled you.
Pulled me up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'm guessing she doesn't look like she's high ranked.
No, she looks like she's probably one of the priests here.
a middling or. wherever the majority of the clerichood is. So Malia will just kind of look up and turn and sister, I was wondering, who would I speak to about, well, frankly, a load of orphan children I've come across.
I see. That's
rescued.
That sounds interesting. I'm Priestess Cornwallis, and I can help you out with that. I can speak on behalf of the High Priest of the Temple. They're not here at the moment, but I'm basically in charge while they're out.
Okay. Fantastic. Malia Sunsworn.
Elena Cornwallis.
Well, I was responding to her introducing herself.
Fair enough.
Essentially, my party and I were near Reaper's Grove when we came across an illithid.
That sounds awful.
And several children essentially brainwashed, controlled, etc. Having freed them and spoken with them, they expressed preference to coming down here to the Temple of Vela instead of being left at the Temple of Cresius. And I'm hoping to find safe space for them to grow up.
Well, we would be happy to help. We do have some space here, and I was raised here as well, actually. I was an orphan. I decided to stay on afterwards. I can guarantee that it's a lovely place for children to be raised. A little strict,
Excellent.
But I find that building a little bit of backbone is good for a child.
This is true. I built mine tossing beer kegs.
Interesting. High Priestess, pardon me, the High Priest will be back later tonight, but I'd be happy to take the children on his behalf until he returns.
That would be fantastic. I will let them know that there is space available for them here and see what they want to do.
I mean, you yourself are a roaming cleric?
Yes, we're working across, I'm part of the venturing party, Nothing Ventured.
I've heard of you. The Battle at Dog Run Bridge.
Yes, that was us.
I met someone just a few days ago when I was buying some supplies at Azabek from Dog Run Bridge.
Oh?
A half-elf. Forget his name off the top of my head. Elandris?
Do I recognize that?
Alfior Elandris was the leader of the Claywin contingent.
Ah!
Tia's mortal enemy. Who turned out to actually be a fairly okay guy.
Yeah. Gave her some conflicted feelings.
Yeah. You thought I was going to let that go? Hell no. All right.
Oh, he was nearby?
Yeah, he was in the Drinking Dog pub.
Oh. Seems odd. I thought they were mainly... thought his unit was mainly in Cestral. Yeah.
We didn't...
Well, potentially we'll run into him and catch up.
He was fairly tight-lipped about it, but I got the sense that he was here on a mission.
Oh.
Anyway, I figured that you might know him.
That is odd. Yeah, I have met him, actually.
Well, of course. I mean, you were both... I mean, Nothing Ventured
We
with the heroes there.
Worked closely at Dog Run Bridge.
Well, Are you headed into Azabek?
I believe that was our intention.
Of course, you're there for the convergence. Makes sense. Everyone is.
Convergence?
You...
Sorry, no. Our half elf.
I'm sorry, I said convergence.
The...
I meant conflux. It's a convergence of the spheres, but it's the conflux. It's some elven religious ceremony. It's apparently the stars and the moons align, and it allows them to divine the future. It happens fairly random as far as I understand. I think the last one was 16 years ago. But
I'll have to mention it to Zeno and see if he knows it or isn't interested in it.
I was wondering whether or not you might have been there on behalf of something or seeking adventure or praise. I know there are a lot of people there who are petitioning to have their wishes read. Or their queries asked, I suppose, of the elven doodad. I don't know what it's called.
No, I had not heard of it before actually, so I'd
Oh, well, regardless.
Haven't interacted with many elves, I suppose.
Well, do yourself a favor when you're there. I've heard that there are some troubles in the Amphione, the outer wall.
Okay. Something that an adventuring party might be needed for?
I think they're just refugees from Telusia. Got a lot more of them coming over the causeway every day, it seems. It happens when things get well, you know. But maybe there will be a cause for you there. Maybe Vale is guiding you to be her thunderbolt.
Potentially.
Now, strike true, sister. Or
And you.
Malia Sunsworn. Are you Sunsworn?
She'll just kind of give her a look of.
There was it's an interesting surname. Normally not attached to dwarves. I remember a dwarf came through here a few months ago, asking about a Sunsworn. I assumed that it was that she was looking for a human or an elf named Sunsworn. But I mean, here you are in the flesh. Huh.
Well, did you catch their name or?
Dahlia, Dagda, Dagny, something like that.
Dara?
Maybe. About your height, black hair. I think dyed.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out.
I think she was particularly interested in seeing the competitor shrine. But bring the children here. We'll get them settled in.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Priestess, if there's anything that you ever need, come back. We'd love to have an extra set of hands, and I'm sure that you're probably behind on your contrition and rituals at this point. It's hard to do a lot of those on the road.
I try and keep up.
I mean,
She doesn't seem to mind too much.
Well, no, you're doing her work on the road. Sometimes it's nice to be under the same sky, though. Twice. Anyway, bring the
This is true.
bring the kids.
All right. Malia will head off and do that. And if it seems like we have enough time, then she'll stay for like. She'll probably spend like the evening and
Sure.
whatnot at the temple.
That sounds great. You guys can stay
like,
the evening here.
Evening prayers, morning prayers, the whole lot.
Sounds good. You can do that. So meanwhile, Mars, what are you doing?
Well, I guess eventually once I'm done nearly dying, underweight, I really want to check the other temple.
Look, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to stretch all of that. Nice cross-body stretches. Okay, and there's a really great one because, if I may say so, you have a nice chest. A little modest, but definitely well-shaped. What you're going to want...
Don't worry, I'm not modest.
You know what? Neither am I. She smiles and starts rolling her abdomen in and out. My favorite one is this, and she pops... Winter, do you know what a vacuum is? So
No?
she pops a vacuum, which means that she sucks her stomach in so much that she ends
Oh,
up...
you see the
Yeah. Like
okay,
you'll-
yeah, I have seen it. I didn't know what it was called.
However, she's a halfling, which means that she ends up with like an 8-inch waist at the end of it.
Spooky.
That's a hard one. There are some other muscles we could talk about later if you wanted to.
Sure. Yeah. I should probably try to find where everyone else is gone.
I'm going to be here until sundown tanning and getting other people involved, but in the meanwhile, consider it. And when you get back, I'll teach you how to flex your floor.
Okay. Fight the good fight. And then I leave.
I could still do probably 20 more reps before those guys come over here. All right. And she'll hop down and start pumping out. So you head over to the mountainside. As you reach the side of it, you will see that there is a tremendous stone triangle. This archway.
Triangles.
Yeah. It leads down deep into the mountainside. This wide triangular causeway that goes down into a temple at the base of this mountain. Do you head inside?
I'll look over my shoulder first and then go down.
Okay. You don't think you're being followed. Make me a perception roll.
Nope, that was a 4.
4? You're not being
Yep.
followed at all. Not by the hooded figure that steps out from behind a tree right as you enter. Not at all. I love
Spooky.
hooded figures that step out. It's great for the audience. You step inside. Begin to trail your way down the rough-hewn black steps. Now, the inside of this temple, at one moment while I flip to that page. You step into the darkness, your eyes immediately acclimatizing. The color fades from your view, aside from areas directly around sconces that issue low, almost blue flame.
Ooh.
The shadows lap at the walls, and you see that this place is not particularly
Not well kept.
not well kept and not well attended. Meanwhile,
Not surprised.
as you find yourself walking down the hall, you will come to the end of it, and it is a T-shaped intersection, each leading to a chamber door facing directly in front. You think this is probably from happier times, where large congregations would leave and require multiple exits. Do you head to the left or the right? They both look like they go to the same room.
Okay, yeah, I'll go to the left.
Okay. You go to the left. As you do, you walk the 20 feet to the right angle leading to the door. The walls are black here. And as you approach that door, you see a figure begin to walk toward you.
I'll stop.
It stops.
I'll raise my hand.
It raises its hand in mirror. The walls here are made of pure obsidian, polished to a mirror shine.
I feel as though this might just be a optical illusion, so I think it's just my reflection. I'm going to walk forward.
You will see yourself slowly and hazily be reflected in this polished volcanic glass.
Ooh. Pretty.
As you look at yourself, for just the briefest moment, you see your eyes shine purple in the reflection. No, but they don't.
They glow?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll like blink.
they're normal.
Huh.
And then you turn. There's an immense chamber before you. Large as half a wyvern ball court, at least. Maybe 2. Above you, the roof has been allowed to grow. The ceiling has intricately carved stalagmites, stalactites, intricately carved downward, each looking like a grasping hand. Offerings have been placed into them.
Okay. What kind of offerings?
There is an old vial in one of them with a swirling elixir inside of it, of sparkling glitter. Another one you see there has a handful of coins left in it.
It would be very bad taste to take things from here.
It's true. Directly ahead of you, you see across the polished glass floor, there's another triangle, an altar at the back of the room, with Nyrn's mark on it, the 3 eyes connected.
I also have that necklace as well that you drew. Does that match at all?
Yes, it does. That's the one you got in the cave system, right?
Yeah.
It is identical.
Oh, cool. Sweet. All right. I will walk further.
A black glass altar awaits directly in front of you, above 13 steps, with a dark throw rug running down them.
Fancy.
Welcome.
I'll go. Ooh, ah.
A voice booms out.
From which direction?
It seems from all around, but perhaps that's just an illusion.
Hello.
As you gain your bearings, you will see that there's someone looking up at you from next to the podium. A woman with dark gray skin, long pointed ears. A drow, dressed in the robes of Nyrn, looks your direction, looking at you with pale pink eyes. Are you sure you're in the right place?
I'll hold up the medallion on my neck. Yep.
Then welcome. Come closer. I can't see you.
How old does she look about?
With an elf, it's hard to tell. But her skin has kind of lost its luster. Her hair is the color of freshly fallen snow, but streaked with bits of iron.
Like for an elf, she looks a little bit on the
Yeah, she looks like she's
side.
like in her 40s. So for an elf, that's like 400, 500, 6,000,
Okay.
somewhere in there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll walk down to her.
Forgive my impertinence, daughter of Nyrn, she says as you get within about 20 feet of her.
I may have heard that once or twice.
You. May her dark blessing be upon you.
It sure is.
Yes, it is.
Are you the only one here?
No. But I'm the only one here right now. What brings you here, Lady of Night?
Well, I'm here with my venturing party, and the others are upstairs right now, and this is the first time I've actually been in a real, authentically operated Temple of Nyrn. Thought I'd check it out.
Okay. Is that true?
Is it true? One that's still, like, operational?
Yes, that is absolutely true. She's going to
Yeah.
look you up and down, though. I see. If My name is Breeza. I am the high priestess of this temple.
Breeza? I'm
Well,
Mars.
Mars.
Yeah.
Happy day. Mars, I cannot tell you how happy I am to see you.
Usually not most people are happy to see me. So that's a good start.
You are a tiefling.
Yeah. Sad but true.
Sad.
Except not really sad. It's actually been a lot of fun. Yeah.
What may I do for you, Lady of Night?
Oh. I didn't really come down here expecting anything. I don't think there's anything I could ask.
No, there's always something that you can ask. Whether or not I can provide it is something beside the point.
What do you know about dreams?
I know many things about dreams. I know that dreams speak to us of our darkest desires, and that the lady that we worship is the Lady of Desire. The wanted one.
Does she appear in dreams often?
If she favors you. Although some would say that she is the one that appears in all dreams for every friend or foe or lover or villain that dwells with inside of the depths of your soul is merely Nyrn with a mask.
I see. Huh.
But I imagine that she would be inside of your dreams. She's going to reach forward and start to, like, just finger at your hair.
Okay. I don't stop her.
She raises it to her nose and inhales deeply.
Sorry, I get told that I stink.
You
Kind of. Sorry?
You travel with a dwarf.
Yes.
And an orc. And
Mm-hmm.
something else. Something old.
Oh, that's not Xeno. Never mind.
But it's not all bad. What do you dream about, Mars?
Well, besides hearing and feeling Nyrn, there's also another male figure that comes and goes. I don't exactly know who that is, though.
In your dreams?
Mm-hmm. And talks about my sister. Or sister tiefling.
Is he the one that gave you this? She raises your medallion off of your chest.
No, that one was just found, right?
It was, you found it, I believe you found it on you after you passed out after meeting another tiefling in the tunnels. Or maybe you did find it. Maybe you did find it. I think you found it, and then you met a male
That's what
tiefling and then passed out.
Yeah, that's what I think happened.
Yeah, that was like a year ago in real life, so.
Yeah. No, I found this, and then it was shortly after that I had the encounter with the male tiefling.
Let's see. Well.
Lots of loose ends, you see.
Yes.
Is this the main prayer chamber?
Yes, it is. Once it could hold 100 adherents, 106, 112.
Mm-hmm.
Now it holds, at high dark, a dozen. Unless you're a drow, many find it very distasteful to worship Nyrn. Some orcs. However,
Each is their own.
I have a proposition for you.
Oh?
I'll trade you.
Trade what?
I will trade you something that you will desire for a cup of your blood.
What do I desire? Squint.
Mars. You smell like death.
Oh, thanks.
You smell like death come unwillingly to those who would seek to live. You smell like a murderer. You smell like poison. You smell...
Yeah. I told you I stink! I'm sorry.
I grow old. Scent is how I guide myself more than sight.
Okay.
If you wish to speak to someone about your dreams, there is a soothsayer that dwells inside of Azabek, named Old Jenny.
Old Jenny.
Old Jenny can help you. She is most adroit with the sleeping arts, but her prices are steep. Not as steep as mine. I offer you a present for your blood.
Do you drink my blood?
I will anoint the altar with the blood of Nyrn.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Okay. Let's do it.
You will help me consecrate.
Yeah.
Come here at the stroke of nightfall.
Okay. What time is it now?
Right now, it is probably about... You guys got there just after dawn. It's probably about like 2 in the afternoon.
Okay. Okay.
It's 3 in the afternoon on the D12.
No, you were close.
I was. I didn't have my watch on me, so I couldn't. So you... If you do this for me and come back, I will give you a present.
Okay. I like presents.
She reaches down the front of her shirt and pulls out a pendant.
Shiny.
It's a small vial glowing with a strange, dark liquid. It almost looks like it's kind of a deep blue oil.
Give me.
Come back.
Okay.
There's
I
the
will.
ambition.
Yeah.
I look forward to feeling your presence again.
Sure.
Do you stay? Do you go? What do you do?
I'll bid my farewell and say that I'll be back.
Okay. So you head out for a bit. And as you head outside, you can't find your friends. They're
Oh no.
off doing something. Tia, you found your way into the Grove of Soph. Malia, you are leading a trove of children and Farah over to the Temple of Vela. Getting a little bit of... It's really square off of Farah. Like, I didn't expect it to be so...
Square?
Who said that?
Should we roll a stealth?
Sure, if you'd like to. And Zeno...
24.
24? Okay. Did you say something? She says to
No.
you. Weird. And away from you, Zeno is trailing a duo of a duo that is sightseeing of a half-orc dressed in kind of like piratey garb and a flowing, outfitted tabaxi woman. Meanwhile, can you make me an investigate, or pardon me, actually, no, you. Actually, make me a perception roll if you're keeping your eyes and your ears open. You're muted right now.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you were muted.
Oh, okay. Perception. Doop doop doo. You'd think I'd know what my perception is by now.
It's your wisdom.
26.
26. You are going to hear, "Hey, where's my coin purse? Hey, where's my necklace? Hey, where's my bracelet?" And you are going to be watching this, and the half-orc and the tabaxi aren't spending much time around these people.
Okay. Is there anything that I notice around otherwise?
You will notice that as you're looking around, it looks like it rained the night before. And on the grassy areas, you will see that in the parts where the grass is a little sparser, you will kneel down and see that there are fresh goblin footprints.
Oh, goblin prince. I'm gonna follow Goblin Prince.
Goblin Prince? Okay. As you go off to follow the Goblin Prince, I think that's a good point for us to take a quick break. So guys, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 5 minutes after a quick bathroom break. We will see you shortly. Hello and welcome back to Generic Fantasy Setting. This is the Shards of Nyrn, Season 3, Episode 11. And when last we left the cast, they were spread out among the Causeway's 3 goddesses' temples. And Zeno, as you trail that strange couple, you notice that there are goblin footprints throughout the mud that are seemingly swerving around where these people are saying, "Hey, where's my thing? Hey, my thing's gone too."
I'm going to investigate the goblin footprints.
Okay, can you make me a survival roll to try to track?
Oh, yes, I definitely can. 29.
A 29. All right. So weaving your way through this crowd, it's becoming like early afternoon at this point. And as it's spring, so the light's going to be out for quite a while now. As you are making your way through, you are going to see that there is just one goblin from the looks of it. With that 29, you'll be able to also tell that it's alone, and it's wearing a long, you think burlap or sackcloth robe? You start winding your way back and forth across the field. And You're like watching, just kind of peering around, moving like that, kind of just keeping an eye on it.
Yeah.
It crosses the field. And then it crosses back. Can you make me an insight roll?
Yeah.
There's a central monument at the center of this temple plaza, and it has the three goddesses. Nyrn, who is carved out of this very dark metal, looking down into the earth, reaching a hand down, holding one hand out and grabbing her sister Soph by the arm. Next to it is carved out of pure white stone, the goddess Vela, looking up toward the heavens, holding a hand upward, and still holding her opposite hand out to hold on to Soph. And then Soph herself, or themself, who looks like... It's really hard to actually see. There's the vague shape of a slightly feminine face, but the statue is of a being made of waves and wings being torn apart. Which, of course, is the common myth there. The footprints wander up to the base of this statue and around.
I got a 22 on my inside check, by the way.
And around. And around. And then they suddenly shuffle off down the field. Then immediately break at a 35-degree angle at a triangle, reconnecting at the base of the statue. You realize about that point, when you start veering off and then see them double back, that you think you've been spotted by an invisible goblin. I say, good man. A rather portly halfling, we'll say, sitting on the side of the statue. I do say, good man. What are you looking for?
Nothing in particular.
Are you looking for a goblin? There was a goblin that was here a few minutes ago. I think he went over there.
Insight check.
Okay. You know what? Sure. Amy, do you have Griss's sheet? You're muted, by the way. Also, hello, DMF Saint.
One moment. Let me see if
Cool, because I rolled a
have
19. I think I'm good.
I
exactly?
don't think you're good.
Why?
So-
Because I got a nat 20.
You got a shit. That doesn't mean a guaranteed success, so let's wait until Amy pulls up Gristle
Fair.
Grit's sheet. For those of you tuning in for the first time, there are some guest NPCs in this episode from our charity stream episodes. And one of them is potentially a cleric of the goblin god of Takey Takes.
Goblin god of Takey Takes.
Keepicus.
Keepicus.
God of the
What
Takey
stat
Takes!
is this exactly? What am I adding this to?
Deception.
Deception. You have a +2.
God damn it, James.
You
I
have
Then I
a
roll-
+3 to insight.
Then I roleplayed it successfully. The goblin was over there. I think that he went into their place, with the Nyrns.
I'm just gonna lean down and be like, oh, really?
You got the case of the Nyrns.
Yeah, I think he has the case of the Nyrns. I'm sorry, my accent is stuck on shop display mode. Yeah. Just a moment, y'all. And he'll kind of flip a ring on his finger and just a sec. I need to just adjust. Well, yeah, well, maybe if I just no, that's the wrong one. Hi! How are you? I'm fine. I'm normal human guy. Halfling.
Are you normal human guy, though? Are you? Really?
Are you normal human guy? You look like...
I am not normal human guy. I am normal half-elf guy.
Oh, then our conversation is done here, friend. Perhaps you should go and go.
I don't think so.
Well, this conversation has been quite a lark. I think that we should do this again. It would be a great lark, you know, if you would help.
I'm gonna grab him and start walking back towards the ship.
Okay. He is actually gonna be able to slip out of your grip. Make me an athletics roll to see if you manage to grab him before he hits the ground.
19.
What's my athletics, Amy?
You're mute.
Always muted.
You're always muted.
+0. I
Plus
know.
0. I got an 18. Damn it, James. All right. So the halfling is going to kind of wrestle out of your
to be
hands.
fair, I think these characters are a lot lower level than us.
It doesn't mean
They
he's not
are.
trying. So he's gonna before he hits the ground, you're gonna grab him by the back of the scruff. And
Yeah.
as you do, you're gonna give him a little bit of a shake.
Yeah.
The halfling is basically just gonna fall off him, and you're gonna be holding a dirty goblin in your hand, wearing a sackcloth robe.
Hi.
Quality. Hello.
Do you have the takey takes?
I would like the takey takes that you took.
A trade is in order. Yes, a trade.
A trade, really?
Yes. I will trade you the takey takes for something that you have in your possession. Yes, yes.
But
I
you
will.
already have something in my possession, I'm sure.
I do not have it. Kepicus has it. Kepicus, god of the takey takes. Praise him and his infinite
No.
hoard and investment opportunities.
Hey,
No.
you mind unhanding my brother there? He has a growth deficiency.
You mean your thieving little goblin friend?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold him up beside the orc and be like, yeah, I can definitely see who got the looks in the family.
The half orc looks back and forth between you and the tabaxi next to him. Do you mean he means me, right? I assume so. I do not know. I was not paying attention really. I was listening to the bird song. It is so pretty. Tweet tweet. It makes me think of my childhood. Look, buddy. You're a nice guy. We had a good conversation earlier. Alright? But, let him down. He didn't do nothing to you.
After I get my stuff back,
Chris, what'd you take?
I took nothing. Nothing. It was on the ground. I found it. It was just there. I couldn't. What was I gonna do? Just leave it in the mud? No, that's not what you do. This is polite society. Really, it's polite society.
I'm gonna shake him a little bit.
Make me an intimidation roll, please.
Coming up. Do 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 do. 26.
Oh, praise be to the most avaricious one. Oh, God. Oh, you mean this?
And he'll pull a diamond out of literally nowhere.
Yes, I mean that. Puts it in my pocket.
Hey, that looks pretty valuable. Why are you shaking down my little guy?
And with that, I'm gonna just put him on the ground and be like, hey, you gave back what you took from me. That's all I care about.
Make me a persuasion roll. I want to see if they find this charming or if they find this as fighting words.
And that's persuasion, you said?
Yeah. I want to, or it can just be a straight up charisma.
17.
17.
Yeah, I've got no beef with you anymore. I got back what you took.
Lark, he took the thing. It needs to...
There will be other things, Gris.
But that was the thing. That was the thing we were looking for. That was the thing. I've been looking for that thing forever, and now I finally found it. Now it's gone. It's gone. It's just gone. It's not there anymore, which means it's gone, Lark. It's gone.
So you're saying it's gone?
It's gone! What is gone? I did not see anything. Are we talking about the pretty rock? We were not looking for a pretty rock. We were looking for a bagel stand, the tabaxi says. You said that we were going to go get a bagel.
She's right. We did say we were going to go get bagels with some lox and cream cheese, because you know how much I love my lox.
You do love your lox.
That does sound good.
So good.
Tell you what. I won't give you any trouble. If you buy us a bagel. Each. With lox and cream cheese.
Ooh, and some...
After he stole from me.
Hey, he gave it back without any violence, buddy. Besides, tell you what, I'll throw in my autograph. Larkin Sal, the most famous highwayman in all of Dione and Lower Argeny. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. You think that he actually palmed glitter into his hair right before he did that?
And it's an array of colors.
Yeah, it's like an array of colors and like a...
Smooth. Real smooth.
You know what? It was better than it sounded, but...
Tell you what, just because of that, I'll buy you a bagel.
That's right, boys. We're eating tonight. Good.
As long as you don't steal anything else from me.
From you? Of course not from you. You're our friend. You're buying us food. You're buying us food. Although that is a nice belt buckle. I wouldn't mind if I could maybe get a hold of that.
I'm gonna pick him up and shake him again.
You're muted or something?
Yeah, because I was laughing too hard.
Okay.
It's a gentle, caring shake, of course.
Of course.
So gentle.
You
So
probably,
caring.
probably deserve that one.
All right. Wait, hello?
Really? Really, Robin? Okay.
Oh, you are so handsome. Oh, perhaps you are into hugs?
The tabaxi walks up to you. She's quite cute.
Maybe you would like a hug?
No.
But I
Literally, after your friend just picked my pocket,
But I give good
Now-
back scratches.
She
now
flushes her
you want a
claws.
hug.
I am just a lonely cat girl. I wish that I give you a hug. Is that not acceptable in this country? I am not from here.
Honestly, I do not trust you.
She got a 1 on her sleight of hand roll, so I wouldn't either.
I mean, it's a 6.
It's a 6, so...
Perhaps I could maybe grab a slice of your cake? Lark, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's the cake. That's the cake down there.
You know what? Okay, fine. And Xeno's gonna pick her pocket.
Okay, make me a sleight of hand roll.
Coming up.
All right. She's gonna make another sleight of hand roll on you if you're gonna grab her cake. Oh, I got a 4.
I got a 24.
You got a 24?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to figure out something that they have on them, and you are going to gain that.
Okay.
Just a moment. Okay, so you can grab a vial, or you can grab an object.
Object.
Okay, an object. Mike, can you roll me... God, I'm glad I pulled out all my tables today. This is going to be a common magic item. Roll me 2d20.
2d20.
Yep.
Here, I got my percentiles already.
Yeah, I only have like the 1 through 40 tables. So
I got a 12 and a 13.
12, so that would be a 25.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be.
Okay, 25. So that's a kind of a good one. I don't think she'd have that. I think she would have... What the hell? That is the weird... No, you're not getting that. No, that's just... Not because it's not cool, because it doesn't make any damn sense.
That's fair.
It's something that allows you to do more damage to glass.
hell?
Good thing. Okay, so I'll say 12 or 13.
I mean, she's a cat who pushes things off tables, so
That does make sense.
max damage.
Okay, so you are going to pick her pocket, and you are going to come back. So there are two things in her pocket. One feels like a quill. The other thing feels like a small, like a jar. You know what? It actually feels like kind of like a packet of seeds or something.
I'll go with the quill.
Oh, actually, and there's one more thing there, and that is there is, like I said, there is a small vial.
I'm gonna go with. Oh.
You're gonna go with the quill?
I'm gonna go with the quill, I think.
Okay, so you will manage to pull a quill, so you have a Dartrix now.
A what now?
A Dartrix. So the Dartrix, as you pull it out, it is a feather quill. As a free action, you can cause it to stiffen and turn into a throwing dart.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, basically it's kind of like a snap bracelet, but it's a lethal weapon. And then I believe that does 1d3 points of damage or something, but it's like...
Wait, what the hell's a D3?
It's a d6 divided by 2.
Oh, okay.
Alternatively, it's a D3 if you buy a D3, which is kind of just like a tube. Okay. So you will manage to come out with that, and she's gonna grab your butt and kind of like reach for your pouch, and
she reaches for his pouch.
she reaches for your pouch, and you know what? Hold on. It's a 10. So she starts like, "This is very weighty. You're very wealthy. That is not your coin purse. That is very weighty," she says, massaging your thigh.
And I'm gonna just like lean back and twirl the quill in my hands.
Oh, that is a nice quill. I have one just like it. Oh, I dropped my pen. I have one just like that.
I know you did.
Sir, how dare you? You reach into Flame's pocket? You did not even buy me a drink first. We need to have this conversation, I think, one of these days. Like, what? Like, I'm fine with... Alright, buddy, you, me, and a bagel, now.
I'm gonna give the quill back to the tabaxi.
No.
And be like,
Finders keepers?
let's go get a bagel.
Or maybe I'll take it back, and then you can do the bagel. Yes. Very good. And you will... The three of you... the four of you... No, hold on.
Suspicious.
Suspicious.
The three of you, as you see Gristlegret the goblin beginning to, like, waddle off toward an unsuspecting picnicking couple.
You know, it's gonna let it happen.
It's probably best if you just let it happen. All right, and you guys are gonna go have a nice bagel and hear a story. You're gonna trade some stories, and you are going to hear one about how you're gonna hear one about a haunted house where they unleashed like the hordes of the damned. It's very, very improvised and like kind of awkward.
In that case, I'm going to tell them the story of the haunted house back in, what was it, Dog Run Bridge, where we, fought the talking cat, the demon cat.
Huh. Why would you do that? It's just a tiny kitty. I might be related.
Yeah, that threw swords at us. And fire.
Have you not ever heard of cat play?
I mean, I'm sure cat play with you would be a lot more fun, but...
Twirls her tail around her finger.
Jesus Christ.
Lark gives the office look into the camera. And we're gonna fade your scene out right there.
That sounds good.
Tia, you will find yourself standing in the Temple of Soph. Now, the Temple of Soph is a lovely, expansive, well, I would say structure, but there's nothing really structural to it. It's a huge clearing made of jungle vines. Its boundaries, there is a fence around it, made of carved bone. And it makes no differentiation. Human bone, dwarf bone, elephant bone. Bones of all creatures, jutting into the ground and creating a barrier around it. And as soon as you step inside, you will feel the sanctified touch of Soph. On the other side, you can see where seagulls are riding the breezes and the sea foam mist is rising up off the cliff. And you feel a bit of peace inside of here. What are you doing? Just going to do a quick prayer? Are you doing anything in particular?
I think she's just kind of looking around, because I don't think she really knows like what a prayer to Soph would necessarily be. Because she's kind of stepping away from the god she's been following, and which is yet again different from the one she was raised to think of by her parents, and now this is a new thing entirely. So I think she's just kind of wandering.
There appears to be no priest here. As you wander through the undergrowth, the canopy over your head made of thick, reaching vines, you'll find that there is all manner of fruit and vegetable, descending from vines and branches and rising up from the ground. All natural stuff, nothing cultivated, though. You won't find corn here. You'll find berries. You won't find potatoes. You might find wild onions. And animals. A stag wanders through the center and stares at you. And for a moment you have a flashback of the many-eyed stag that you saw in the Feywild. But this stag only has 2 eyes. It stares at you, then turns and gallops away, leaping over the edge of a massive structure, about 15 foot tall, at a place inside of the clearing that might be on a slight rise, maybe? But nothing more special than that, almost like it was dropped here at random, is an altar, carved out of what looks to be petrified wood. There's dark blood staining its horizontal surface. And you see that there is an item jutting out of the wood surface there, which has numerous hatch marks in it. Deep ones. And what you can see is what looks like an athame, a ritual dagger, made out of stone and flint. But this is more of a hatchet, kind of a combination of almost like a cleaver, but with the heft of a hatchet. Its blade is coated with blood, and wrapped around its handle are old, withered vines.
She'll take a step forward and examine it, but won't touch it immediately, because that seems like a bad idea. Until she gets a sense of what this is. Can I do?
Sure,
like
you can make me a religion roll.
Or religion? Religion? Yeah. Okay.
You can make me a religion, yeah. What were you going to roll?
I was going to say, like, nature or religion or...
It would be religion
insight.
For this.
That's what I figured. Whoa, actually half decent. That's going to be an 18.
18? This looks like a sacrificial knife. You think that this is it, looking at the little bit of blade that is jutting out of the wood, it is wickedly sharp. You could shave with this. And the blade itself is about the size of your palm. Fairly thin, but sturdy. You think it brought down quickly enough this could decapitate any animal you could hold down with one hand. You could probably decapitate as something as large as yourself with about 5 whacks.
I'd like to not do that.
Okay. Just I wanted to offer.
I mean, she'll look at it, but she doesn't want to. Is there anyone seem to be around here? You said there's no priest, but like any other signs of life that seem She's basically standing here going, what do I do now?
Make me a perception roll.
That's a 17.
17. As you're glancing around, you will smell a soft fragrance. You've smelled this before. You can't place it. It's a perfume. It's lovely. It smells of hibiscus and a little bit of musk, but bound in ambergris and something else, something more floral, more primal, and just the barest hint of tea leaf.
What does it remind me of?
It reminds you of a perfume that you've seen on sale before, actually. And as you are looking around, you are not able to find anyone here except on the edge of the cliff face ahead of you, on the other side of some branches and bushes. You'll see that there's one strangely shaped and slightly off-season bush perched on the edge of the cliff face.
Okay. Interesting.
And that's when you realize that the person that's sitting there, it is not a bush at all. It is, in fact, a woman with long, cascading vine hair, leaves sprouting out of her flesh and back. It's a dryad. She sits on the edge of the cliff, precarious, so much so that you worry about startling her, for she will fall if she's not rooted correctly. But, it smells like spring heat. Actually, make me an intelligence roll.
Just straight int?
Actually, you can make a wisdom roll.
Well, it's gonna be 23 because I got a nat 20.
So you will immediately, after maybe taking a step closer, the scent will hit you again, and that's spring heat. It's a commercial perfume by Triance, the dryad musician.
Right.
And you'll hear that the person sitting on the edge of the cliff is humming something under her breath in this rich, melodic, low, sultry voice that sounds like molasses pouring into your ears.
Is it a Triance song?
It is, no, not one that you have heard before, but it does kind of have the rhythm and style. It seems like she's almost composing.
I will approach.
If you like it, then you should put on ringmail. No, that doesn't sound right. If you like it, you should.
Hello?
The dryad will turn, and you will see the lascivious curves, full lips, and sparkling eyes of Triance, the dryad that you met at Ballyhut almost half a year ago. I'm sorry, no autographs today, please. I'm trying to compose.
Okay, never mind. I'll leave you to it again then. Wasn't looking for an autograph though.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to get some peace. Can I help you with something else? You looking for something?
Well, there doesn't seem to be anyone here, so other than, us.
Secluded clearings are like that a lot of the time, yeah.
Nope, never mind. I don't really know what I'm looking for.
don't even know what I'm looking for. Don't. That's not bad, actually. And as she turns around, there will be a sudden squawk as a seagull takes flight. And she is going to shriek with surprise and slip.
Oh no. Okay.
Would you like to make me a
Time to
deck save?
rescue. Yep.
Okay.
Can I use my inspiration?
Yes, you may. Otherwise, Triance dies.
Okay. Cool. You said the deck save?
Deck save, yeah, to basically jump and grab.
22.
22. Ah! She screeches and falls off the edge of the cliff. You will jump forward. You hit your stomach hard on the ground and slide, coming to a rest with the top half of your body leaning over the cliff. Your hand latches around a small tree rooted into the ground at the edge of the cliff. Holding the two of them, you catch her by the back of her hair, which is this thick, ropey. Actually, it's probably the safest place to do this, to be honest. You grab her by the hair. Oh! Ow! Ow!
Sorry. Hoist.
You will slowly pull her up.
I'm sorry. Didn't want to. I mean, it was the easiest place to grab.
I fucking hate seagulls. Why do you look familiar?
We met in Ballyhut.
I meet a lot of people in Ballyhut.
I mean, we saved Ballyhut.
A lot of people say Ballyhut.
We saved the music festival. There was a giant mechanical spider.
Mars, right?
No, she's the purple one.
The dwarf wasn't purple.
No, that was Malia.
Xeno.
Nope.
Xena?
Nope.
You look like a Xena. You got the Xena vibe. Really? I look at you and I just think, oh, no, 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 no. It's a thing. I don't know why. It's the guns, maybe.
It's Tia.
What's Tia?
My name. Tia Armstrong.
No, that's not right.
Yeah, no, that's it. Half orc. That's me.
Tia Armstrong. That's right. I remember now. Okay, great. What brings you out to the causeway?
We had to drop off some children that needed homes.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, did you ever find... You were looking for, magic pebbles.
Yeah, they were still working on that.
Huh. Well, thanks for the life save.
You're welcome. Maybe sit slightly farther away from the edge of cliffs.
I wish. Normally I would have been rooted into the side just in case, but I just had my roots done, and they're just a little tender, and I didn't want to risk ripping them.
I can't say I know much about Dryad personal care, but I guess that makes sense.
Well, I feel like I should give you something for your help. It's Fey code. You know how it is, right? You've got some elf in you. I can smell it.
I mean, also, she'll point at the ears.
A lot of orcs have pointy ears. Come on, darling.
Not quite the same way.
Well, la-di-da.
I guess if you don't know anything about the differences, it would look the same.
I know all sorts about differences. I've owned many a servant. That's neither here nor there. I'm playing a show in Azabak.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like, I'll put your name on the guest list.
Oh. I mean, we're heading down to Ezebek soon.
Good.
I think after this.
It's going to be in a couple of days' time. I'm performing with a halfling named Hearth Brooks. And also there's another up-and-coming dryad named Katie Berry. She's not very good. She doesn't write her own music. I'll put your name on the guest list.
Sure.
You were traveling with that one that Hunter Haste wrote that awful song about, aren't you?
Which song?
Xeno Zero?
Oh.
I forget how it goes exactly, but it's...
From Zero to Xeno.
It was Zero Wrong Wing.
Right.
No, it wasn't. Not Zero Wrongwing. That was the first one. She wrote a second one later that was Xeno
Oh,
to Zero.
no.
That was I Thought He Was a Hero. I thought that he was great. No, that wasn't it. I thought he was a hero.
Look, people need to stop writing songs about us. It's going to give someone an ego, and it's not me.
With long flowing blonde hair, and then he took his pants off, and I saw what wasn't there. That's how it goes.
She has poor taste in descriptors.
I know, it's honestly
People
like a
shouldn't
storyteller who
make fun
came
of
up with
that.
that on the fly, right? I mean, nobody has any time for fucking meta right here.
Damn it.
Bring my rap battles. All right. But I'll put you on the list. Be good to have you there. In case any giant mechanical spiders show up.
Or in case there is a particularly vicious seagull.
Don't get me started.
Good to know. Okay, well, I'll leave you to it then, I guess. I'll go wander elsewhere in the...
May her
Please.
waves for you as well. Go
and
be free.
whatever the response to that is appropriate.
I
Like,
just made
Tia
it
will
up.
mumble.
I just made it up, Tia Armstrong, so...
Okay. Then something about...
Do you not know how to worship Soph?
What gave it away?
Do you actually want to know?
No, that's okay. That was mostly rhetorical.
No, do you actually want to know?
What gave it away?
No, but do you actually want to know how to do it?
Yes.
Come here. Then she'll stand up and walk to the edge of the cliff.
Tia will follow.
Stand there.
Okay.
Stand on the edge. Spread your arms. Okay?
Do it.
Shut your eyes.
Okay.
Do you feel that? She puts a hand on your shoulder to just kind of
Yep.
steady you. You feel the sea air?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel the grass underneath your boots?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel the mist rising up from the waves?
Yeah.
Do you feel your heart?
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel it now? She pushes you.
Called it. Ah, what the?
Okay.
Go careening off the edge.
You are gonna fly off the edge, actually. Can you make me a dex save with disadvantage?
Sure. Though I was thinking I would just shift into a bird and fly and like flip back up. I'll do that
Sure.
anyway.
If you want to do
They're
that.
both 10s, so
They're both
a
10s?
dex save ends up being a 13.
Okay. You are going... So if you are going to just shapeshift immediately,
I mean, she'll fall for a little bit and be like, and then shift.
you are going to feel a sudden lurching sensation as something wrapped around your shoulders and chest constricts, and you are going to just kind of bungee about 30 feet down. You'll see that vines wrapped around your torso.
Oh.
Do you feel your heart now?
Yep.
Then scream it out. Like those fucking seagulls.
I can just turn into a seagull and fly away. Fine! And she'll just scream.
Okay. And she will stand up on top of the cliff above you, holding you with her roots in the ground and the vines wrapped around you, and will start screaming primally into the air with you. Your screams echoing in the crashing waves. In the moment, you feel a little closer to nature. Add 1 to your social link with nature.
Cool. That means nothing here.
I know it means nothing here. Okay, so meanwhile, at the Temple of Vela, Mars, you have traipsed behind, and Farah and Malia have led the children inside. A red-haired priestess accepts the children and welcomes you in. And basically just says, shows you where they'll be staying in the orphanage section, which is a small dormitory, not much larger than Wydale Keep, but more comfortably built. Bunk beds, a separate room for boys and girls, and generally a fairly comfortable place.
Okay. I don't really venture far in.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, I'll just hang out by the door.
All right, I'll be with you shortly then. Don't go anywhere, Mars. As you head inside, Malia, you will be greeted by all of those, by the rest of the priestesses and priests, and then a man will enter, passing by you, Mars. He's just under 6 feet tall, with a lean build. Slightly cute face. Attractive in his late 40s, and his hair is curled, kinked gray that probably used to be brown. And as he walks in, you can see that he is blind. His eyes are a pale, milky white. It doesn't seem to slow him down. He's wearing the traveling vestments of a high priest of Vela, with the symbol of her star and sun dangling at the base of his neck. Hello? Hello, is anyone here? I was told that Miss Sunswan had arrived.
Malia will kind of look up startled from where she's passing off the kids. And
hello?
Does he look particularly high-ranked, or just...
He looks like he's probably the head priest of this temple. So basically, he's a bishop.
Okay.
Still several ranks above him before you get to, like, the Pope. But he's a bishop.
Father or something like that is probably
you could
appropriate?
You could use bishop, you could use high priest, you could use hierophant. Hierophant's a little bit high, but high priest is probably the safe bet.
Sure. Malia will approach and... High priest, I'm Malia Sunsworn.
Yes, you most certainly are. My name is Caro Mistsplitter. This is my temple.
Pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure. You are a, if you pardon the expression, a sight for sore eyes.
She's a little confused, but...
I can still see you, my dear. Even though I am blind, Vela has granted me gifts beyond the mere physical. Although somewhat limited. I understand that you have brought us children.
Yes,
What a frabjous day. Kalukale. An old nursery rhyme.
I hope they will do well here.
Of course they will do well here. Vela's love has guided you to us like a thunderbolt. I was wondering, I spoke briefly with with Sister Cornwallis. Well, she stated that you had not performed ritual in a temple of Vela in some time, given your traveling status as a migrant priest.
Yes, the last temple I was at was the one in Apesh.
Oh, the great temple
we did
of
not
Apesh.
have much time there. We were rather busy.
How interesting.
It's been quite a few months.
I've heard of your visits by Our Lady, by the Queen of the Sky.
Yes,
You.
it was quite an honor.
The word has been circulating around those of the upper clergy. There are great things in store for you. I would consider it a personal honor being the largest temple in this side of Telusia, which you are from, if I'm not mistaken. Aside from the great temple at Old Talos, this is the closest one. And given your sparkling reputation and your future with the church, I would consider it a great honor if you could have your communion with the divine with us.
Now, what exactly does that mean?
He
is it kind of what we discussed about?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
As far as
I would be honored.
Good. I want to do what I can to help welcome you, to not only commune with her, but I have heard the things that you have done across the land. We need more people out like you. We need people to be shining examples. I wish to sponsor you for the honor and responsibility of a high priestess.
She will just kind of stammer for a moment and basically get out that she's honored.
Excuse me, my guide dog is barking. Oh, good boy. We could do it today, or we could do it in a few days after you have had time to travel, or conclude your affairs.
I believe everything we have to do will come about quite quickly very soon, so it might be best to go ahead if it is convenient for you and go ahead today.
What I would like to do then, do you have residence for the evening?
We have our ship and we're able to stay there. I was hoping to stay here in the temple potentially, as I've missed.
Absolutely. You and the rest of your companions are more than welcome. Even your friend from the dark side. Although I think she might be more comfortable in the Temple of the Witch.
I believe, yes, Mars would either be more comfortable remaining on the ship or...
Well, you are welcome to stay here
Nyrn's
tonight.
Temple. However, I'll put the offer to her.
Then you may do whatever rituals you deem necessary, and tomorrow morning, when dawn breaks across the horizon and the darkness is shattered by the breaker of night, you will be ordained.
She will look just slightly overwhelmed.
You have earned this. You have been chosen by Vela herself. You should be proud, not overwhelmed. You are the spitting image of her grace. I can feel it. I cannot see with my eyes, but I can see with my heart. And I can see a thunder and a fury inside of you. Will you accept?
Yes.
Good.
I've always enjoyed bringing thunder and lightning.
Then this will be a glorious morning. I will depart to prepare. And I hope to see you soon. Priestess Cornwallis will be able to help you with the rest of your things for the evening. I will be in preparation for tomorrow. If you'll excuse my absence. I should have been here when you arrived, but I was tending to things inside of the city. They're preparing for a political transition.
And I heard something about confluence.
Yes.
I had not come across it before, but
the conflux, yes.
Yes, that was the term.
It's a rare event that occurs only when the stars and moons align with the other planets. It's fairly frequent. Inside of an elf's lifetime happens about once a season, but in a human's lifetime, a few times throughout its entire expanse. It's interesting. If you're looking to divine something from those arcane means, there are better... perhaps it could be a fun novelty. What do you seek at Azobek?
My party member, Zeno Rightwing is...
Savavakara?
Yes, I'm looking to
Godless
find out more
town.
about his family, I believe.
Well, you'll probably find that there. They are very
Hopefully that's
welcoming
what
to
he's
the
hoping.
elven persuasion.
I don't know if he will like it as much.
So long as you keep him by your side, you should have no problems as well. The city is very, very open at the outset and becomes much more insular. But if you have an elf with you, that will help.
Noted.
They keep citizen logs very close to the chest, as I understand. Although all elves are citizens of the Eternal City. Anyway.
I don't know that I'll ever understand elves.
Who has the time?
Only them.
Well, at your leave.
Thank you.
All right, and he will... Oh, it's so bright now. He will...
She'll go off and find the others and kind of let them know. So, you guys can do whatever you want, but I'm not leaving until later.
Sounds good. You're okay?
I'm gonna be ordained, so...
Oh, congratulations.
I've missed a lot of the rituals. But, this is important.
Well, no, you should do you. I'm glad that you have the opportunity.
You are more than welcome to stay here. They thought you probably wouldn't be comfortable staying in the temple, but if you want to, you are welcome to.
It's a little bright.
That's fair. I like it.
Yeah,
but
well,
you certainly do not have to.
I'm happy for you. I hope you find what you're looking for with doing these rituals.
I hope so too.
Priestess, you'll hear from Cornwallis. If you'd like, we could start doing some purification rituals. Let me show you to your room.
Yes.
That means it's a bath.
It is a bath.
I will ask Mars. Can you let Zeno and Tia know? Or was Tia with us? I don't remember now.
Tia was not
it
with
was
you.
just Farah, right?
It was just Farah.
Can you let Tia and Zeno know?
Yeah, well, I'll let them know.
I'm probably going to be tied up all night now. So.
Thank you.
Go find that little halfling and get her to tie you up.
Good idea. Bye.
Mars, which mic are you using right now? You sound a little different.
I'm using the Yeti. I didn't change anything.
Double check that you are using the Yeti in Zoom. It sounds a little different.
Sorry. Yeah, it still says it's the Yeti.
Okay. What are the settings on right now? Are you on the cardioid?
Mm-hmm.
Weird. You're just sounding kind of hollow.
Weird. Yeah, no, I haven't changed anything.
Okay. Is anybody else hearing that, or is it just me being twitchy?
She sounds perfectly fine to me.
Cool. Then
Yeah,
it's
I think I was hearing a little bit of, I think maybe your hand hit the desk or something.
Oh, okay.
A bit, and that came
So
through.
it could just be
but-
me. My internal sound right now. I'm waiting for a replacement cable, so it's a little glitchy for me when I listen to headphones.
That's
So
fair.
No.
could just be
Okay,
that.
yeah.
But that should be here like in the next day or two, so that'll be finally good. All right. So Malia, as you head inside, and Farah goes, "Look, I'm gonna go and get Zeno.
Alright.
Don't go doing weird stuff in the Temple of Nyrn, please. Or do. I'm not going in after you." And she'll rush across to go find Zeno.
I'll see if I can spot Tia anywhere.
So you look around for a little bit. It's starting to get a little dim outside, and tiki torches are lit around the main pavilion. You can see that there are quite a few food stands out here.
Oh, food.
And as
Oh, I can't give blood on an empty stomach.
That's true. As you are looking around, though, you are going to hear the flapping of tremendous wings, and then armor shift as something immense lands beside you.
Oh, that's like lands on me. I'm like, oh no. Tia.
A man in full, bright, shining plate armor
Oh
has
no.
landed beside you.
I move my tail out of the way, like,
You're fine where you are, Hellspawn.
thanks.
He sweeps the helmet off of his head, and you can see the pale blonde hair and radiant expression of Viceland. The ass.
Can we have a little recap of Iceland again?
Viceland basically is a super Bishonen Asamar who was a member of Nothing Ventured back with Edagon.
He's
Right.
the dude who cut off the wings of the blue dragon we fought for us.
Right.
I just posted a ton of pictures of him in our chat.
Yep.
He's my boy.
So
Your boy.
if you want to check the
He's my
Facebook
favorite.
chat, you will be able to see what he looks like throughout his history.
Oh boy. So he just landed.
He just landed. I would show the art, but it's like art from like people on Pinterest, and I don't want to borrow their art without permission. But just to explain what he looks like, he is a radiantly handsome man, perpetually in his late 20s, early 30s, with fine bone structure, a lithe, toned body, built for war, and a pair of off-colored eyes, just like Malia's.
Okay.
His hair is long and not golden in the way that Farah's is golden, but long and kind of a flowing cornflower.
Yeah. Okay.
And I will just here. Did you find him?
If you said you just posted it now, I don't have a notification of the photos on Facebook.
Yep. 1 sec. Just hold that up real quick. Boop. There you go. I have just resent it to you.
There we are. Okay.
So he's a very Jaime Lannister looking guy, if you want to take the quick route.
With wings.
With wings. They fold up.
I like the one with like the light halo crown kind of thing. That's
That's a dope
that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's his level 16 armor.
Dang.
He tucks
Cool. Okay.
He tucks his helmet under his arm.
Oh, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you here as well.
Mm-hmm. While you were up there, did you get a chance to see Tia anywhere?
Miss Armstrong. She is there in the Temple of Soth.
Okay, cool. I just need to pass along a message.
Sure. I wanted to have a word with you, actually.
Oh, no. Okay.
I wanted to make it nice and clear. You worry me.
I worry a lot of people.
What's your real intention with the Shards of Nyrn?
As far as I am concerned with, just collecting them.
To what end?
I haven't really thought about what's going to happen once it's all combined again. I was just thinking of giving it back to Edicon.
The power of the Dark Goddess is very compelling.
Mm-hmm.
Very seductive. I think you're a good person, Mars. You've done a lot of good things. I don't want you to be seduced by it. Dark powers lead to dark deeds. I've seen many a good man and woman fall to darkness.
I'll keep that in mind.
I joke when I call you a hellspawn.
Oh, I look the part. I don't blame you.
Just because you look like a devil doesn't mean you are one.
Oh.
I know what it's... You didn't ask for the life that was thrust on you. And I can understand that.
I also wasn't exactly thriving in the life I had before either.
I'm just saying that I understand what it's like to have expectations put on you by something beyond any type of comprehension.
You look like you're doing just fine.
I've had a lot of time to figure it out. I think you will too.
Thanks.
I just want you to know that if you need a friend,
all I know right now is I don't want the crystal to fall into the wrong hands.
then we're in agreement on that. I won't keep you anymore. But, good talk.
Are you visiting temple?
Yes, I wanted to check in on things. There's a coronation ceremony coming up pretty shortly.
News travels fast.
What do you mean?
Go on, you'll find out. You should say hi to Malia.
What's happening with Miss Sunsworn? Pardon me, what's happening with Cleric Sunsworn?
Honestly, I don't really understand what's going on. I'm not a really religious folk.
Let me guess. She's being confirmed. Good.
I think that is the word.
I might have greased a wheel.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I suppose I should go see to that. Don't get into too much trouble. I'll be watching you, Hellspawn.
You could call him Featherhead in response.
And I'll be on my way.
He'll watch you walk away for a moment, then turn and walk into the Temple of Vela. As you will meet Tia outside of the Temple of Soph as she's leaving. What do you
Hey,
say?
how's it going?
Tia, you're
Amy
muted.
or yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
no volume was coming out.
I don't know why that was. Tia's just like, I didn't quite go how I expected. She looks really like windswept and rough and kind of covered in mud.
What happened to you?
I saved Triance from falling off a cliff,
Oh,
and then I got pushed off a cliff.
Why? That's a very backwards thank you.
Closer to nature.
Oh, you look like you got really close.
Yeah, I don't think that's how she meant.
No. Well, anyways, I'm supposed to pass along a message to you. Malia's over at the Temple of Vela. She's having some sort of really big, important ritual thing happen. She's really excited, really happy. And we are invited to stay at the temple if we like, or we can hang out at the ship. But
I'm kind of curious, but I don't know if they're going to do something like a zapper with electricity or something.
I'm sure she would enjoy it.
Yeah. How's your day been going?
Pretty good. Just kind of walking around, taking in the views.
Did you go exploring the abyss? She'll point at the Temple of Nyrn.
Yeah, it's probably seen better days. But that's to be expected. Farah ran off to go look for Zeno and let him know the same information. But in case if you run into him first, let him know that there's an invitation to stay at the temple. Maybe there's a bath.
There probably is. We want to
be luxurious looking temple.
I mean, just remembering how the temple in Apache was.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wander around for a little bit more. Maybe grab some bite to eat from one of these vendors. Smells good.
And she'll pat Mars on the shoulder. Watch out for seagulls and ledges, and she'll head off.
Okay.
You go and you wander around for a bit, Mars. The rest of your night is fairly quiet. You see Tia go into the Temple of Vela, and that's where you see her for the rest of the night. You don't bump into each other again. You briefly watch Zeno and a half-orc and a goblin and a cat person drink at a little noodle shop that's set up on the edge of one of the pavilions, telling progressively stupider and more exaggerated even in your history stories. You watch Farah sit at the edge of the bar, kind of just listening, dwelling on her own thoughts. You see that the halfling weightlifter continues her work, drawing people in, and the priest of the welcoming flame of Brig continues to try to bring people into the fire and share the good warmth of community and hearth. Other clerics wander around trying to peddle their faiths as well, but you're not particularly interested. As night dwells on, you find yourself soon, as expected, drawn back to the Temple of Nyrn. Do you enter?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
The way is much like before. The dark sconces casting blue light in the dim, reflective obsidian hallways. But this time, as darkness falls and as midnight approaches, you hear murmuring, you hear whispering, you hear humming, and low singing of deep voices in the deep of the earth. A chill runs up your back As you enter the main chamber, you see 24 bodies in dark black robes, wearing medallions like the one that you possess. They all turn to look at you. Praise the Lady of Night. Praise the Eater of Light. We call out to you. And you realize now they're speaking in Infernal. We welcome you. We swear ourselves to you. We give ourselves to you and to the darkness. You have returned, the voice of the cleric says.
Yep. Is she like right behind me?
Yes, she is.
Yep, I'm back. Said I would.
Seal the door. She says to one of her altar men. Here. She gestures to another one who reaches out and offers you the hose of a long pipe.
Ooh, fine, yes.
The smoke tastes vaguely of almonds and tickles the back of your throat and burns your nostrils. But then you'll feel a warmth begin to spread throughout your body as different parts stiffen and stretch, and you feel yourself start to pull like taffy.
Wee.
You feel warm and ecstatic.
Oof. Now that's different.
Burning dawn. It is
Kind of
very
nutty.
Too much of it is poisonous, but just enough when breathed creates a mild hallucinogenic effect.
Oh, well, that's gonna be fun.
I hope so. I was wondering.
Hmm?
Mars, daughter of Nyrn, sister of Nona, child of the mother, mother of a spirit yet to come. Will you join us in our worship of the dark things and the queen of those places?
I'd be delighted.
Then she's all yours, she says, turning to a figure that stands next to you.
Ah.
The hooded figure looms over you and slowly pushes the robe back off of his horned crown. And you will see the tiefling that you met in the Underdark. He looks down at you with his deep, almost glowing red eyes. Daughter of Nyrn. Welcome to our dark sacrament. And one by one, the assembled Nyrnites will shrug their robes off, exposing
Anyone
themselves.
else I recognize down here?
You will not recognize anyone who you've ever seen in one of these Nyrnish cults that you haven't killed is here. And you will be able to identify them fully, for one by one, these individuals. We just said there were 24 or just 12? I forget.
You said 2.
I said 24, yes. You'll be able to identify them very well, because as each of them shrugs off their robes, you realize that they have fully embraced the darkness and nothing else.
Oh.
Join us in our praise.
Okay.
All right. And as the firelight turns purple underneath the dark rituals that occurred that night, we're going to fade to black. You will awaken the next morning.
Not again.
feeling however you would feel based on what you did that night. A little hungover, no matter what. The crystal is exactly where you left it. However, you were not robbed or anything like that, which is good.
I feel like we should maybe stop letting her hold it.
He's kind of bound to her, though, right? So
She might murder us in our sleep if we tried to take it away.
Yeah, I'd be worried about that.
Maybe we can convince her to put it in the bag for safekeeping.
Okay, so as you are let go from there,
Do I have any like bandaging or anything too?
if you offered your blood up, you'll wake up with a level of exhaustion from the blood loss. So you'll have disadvantage until you rest a little while longer, basically for the rest of today's session.
Cool.
And we will discuss later what happened in that side scene there. You will have a bandage wrapped around your hand. They could have easily healed it, but apparently this is
Important.
More symbolic.
It's more symbolic if you feel that. And you remember dreams.
Mm-hmm.
You remember a singular dream. You were standing in a chamber flooded with red light and fire. You were standing, staring across a ritual circle, much like the altar here. You were standing, staring into the eyes of Nona. You stared at each other, naked and vulnerable before the fire. The fire that burned in the center of the circle. A talonous, scaled hand reached from the fire. And as you woke, you were sure that one of you had fallen to its touch. In the way that children always know, it doesn't matter what it does to you, so long as it gets you. It's the getting that scares them. Whatever came out of that fire, one of you was gotten for good.
Fun.
Yeah, sorry. So what you are also going to get, you'll have a vial on you. When you leave, you are given a small gift. It is a vial of, if I can find the damn page, you have there we go. You have a single dose of Midnight's Tears, or Midnight Tears.
Okay.
It is an ingested poison.
Okay.
The poison does nothing until the stroke of midnight, local time. If it has not been neutralized before then, the creature must succeed in a DC 17 Constitution save, or take 9d6 points of damage.
Oh my god!
Half on a success. You have a single dose of that in the vial that you saw dangling around her neck.
Fine.
You do have that, so go ahead. Midnight's Tears, that's in the Dungeon Master Guide, page 258, if you ever need to reference it again.
Okay.
9d6, wow.
96, yep. Meanwhile, you all wake up in the morning and are brought before the temple of Vela. Those of you who would be there. Malia, you've been bathed and anointed and oiled, and set down in front of the holy altar of Vela. The striking gold and ivory, the exaltation of the sky, and it is a bright and sunny morning as the dawn cracks along the distant mountain, spreading light across the South Bay. The bishop, the high priest, guides through the ritual chants in Celestial, calling for the light to spread the firmament, to forever be victorious over the darkness. He calls out to you, Malia Sunswan. Do you swear to continue your mission to spread light into darkness? Cleric Sunswan, do you swear this?
I was trying to see if you were pausing. I couldn't tell.
That's fair.
If that's the actual, like, proper moment, then
yes,
that she would recognize, she would and respond.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fair.
I was like,
fair.
Is there more?
There's more.
I can't tell.
Malia Sunswan, do you swear to confront darkness and all of its agents, wherever they would spread their poisonous, cancerous touch among those who would live in peace and harmony?
I do so swear.
Do you take her holy word with you, with peace and love in one hand and a crashing hammer blow of thunder and crashing light in the other?
I swear. There's a slight quirk to the side of her mouth of just like, my hammer is awesome.
I hereby, by the power vested in me as the high priest of this temple, I strip you of your status as cleric, and I call to one higher than me to restore something greater. There will be the clanging of the shifting of armor, and Viceland will step out. He will draw his Holy Avenger, because hey, if you got it, you're gonna draw it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I might just have like the tiniest little bit of like fangirling as like Christine over of Iceland. He's great.
Malia Sunsworn, you have proven yourself to be one of Vela's chosen, a hero brought to this world by her divine grace. She has chosen you among all of your peers, among all of the races of this world, to bring light into the places where even the brave would fear to tread. It is with pride and honor and love that I accept you as a sister and equal in this cause. It is under Vela's light that I return to you and exalt you. And he is going to bring his sword down on your shoulder very gently. And then on the other. Under Vela's light, no longer is there cleric Sunsworn. I bestow upon you the title High Priestess Malia Sunsworn. May your light shine all of the days of your life and in to the beyond. Rise, High Priestess Sunsworn. And you will see a golden glow, like the light shines right on you as this is happening. The sky opens up,
Perfect
the clouds part and rumble overhead. Can you make me a divine intervention roll just to see if anything happens?
Oh yeah, fuck yes.
Cool.
Now,
This
let me
does
just
not count toward your
remember
total
how
for
to
chapter.
do this.
You roll a D percentile.
Yeah, and it's if you roll a number equal to or lower than your cleric level. Is it just lower than cleric level, or is it cleric level plus anything?
It is cleric level.
Okay. Well, let's try out these ones. You've got to be shitting me.
Did you?
I rolled a 7.
Did you actually?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
So that's 2 for 2 now. I've tried Divine Intervention twice and it's worked both times.
You will see that the clouds will open up and thunder on a clear morning day will crack and lightning will strike down directly into your hammer as you stand up.
These really are Vela's dice.
Yeah. Which I think between those... You feel Vela surge around you. You feel her presence. And for the briefest moment, everyone in attendance will see a spectral, incandescent, incorporeal form. A woman who's not quite human, not quite giant, not quite dwarf, not quite any race, but is exactly what you expect at that moment. Whether it be orc, whether it be an elf, she stands and you feel a hand on the top of your hammer. And you will hear a voice just kind of echo behind the thunder. My chosen. And then the thunder will crack again, and the vision of the woman will vanish in the light. Mars, where are you right now?
Probably trying to nurse myself back to feeling not gross.
As you
probably in bed.
In bed? So back in the ship?
Yeah, is that probably where I ended up?
If you didn't want to sleep in the well, you did kind of sleep in the temple, I'm pretty sure, but
yeah.
Back in the ship, you are going to feel the ship pitch slightly.
Oh, how?
And as you do, you're going to hear the boards creak in the hallway outside. Cadamus must be moving around, unless Cadamus would have gone to the celebration. There's nobody else on the ship but you.
I take out my dagger.
Okay.
And I'm going to stealthily go up to the door and try to...
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. Make me a stealth roll.
Yeah, baby. And since it's almost the end of the night, can I use my inspiration?
Yes, you may.
Nat 20.
Are you? Yep. All right.
Nice.
You open the door, and on the other side of the door, where normally there would be hallway, it's just blackness. No, not just blackness. The obsidian wall of the temple.
Oh, hey.
And your reflection looks back at you. It doesn't seem to notice you, though. Its arms are at its sides.
Touch.
You touch it?
Yeah.
As you touch the side of the glass, you feel warmth. It feels like an actual hand touching you. You'll start to feel a twisting feeling in your gut as the shards around your throat begin to glow. They should burn your skin. They're so hot, it feels like they should burn, but they don't. Fingers knit into yours.
Like the whole, like...
knit over yours and pull you close. The wall in front of you undulates like an oil slick.
Ooh, cool.
and you see the one that looks like you step forward through the rippling blackness.
Oh, hello.
Her eyes are glowing. A gem, large and teardrop shaped, glows in the center of her forehead with the same light. And she turns her head slightly to the side, looking at you up and down. And with a voice that echoes behind you, inside of your ears and mind, you hear, "My chosen." And then all is darkness. You find yourself a few minutes later sitting on the floor.
Just bonk.
You don't remember anything that happened in the ensuing time. You're sitting in the hallway.
Do I just feel like I have no sense of time now?
You feel like you're skipping around like a stone in a pond.
Ugh.
You hear laughter.
I look.
You're walking down the hall. You turn and look at yourself. And the floorboards ripple like a still lake beneath a pebble. And then you're looking back at yourself sitting on the floor from further down the hallway. And then you're walking, creaking on the floorboards. A door opens in front of you, and you see you drawing a dagger, crouching low. You reach up and touch yourself. So you wrap your fingers around her fingers. Your fingers around your fingers. You choose what you choose. Do you choose it?
Yes? Question mark? Yes.
The rest of the coronation is lovely. You have a light lunch. Later, you'll find Mars. She's laying in the temple pavilion, looking up at the sky. Well, at least she probably was before she fell asleep. She must have come out here to wait for you. And as you approach, dressed in your new cleric vestments, dressed in whatever t-shirt that you won at the vendor hall last night, Zeno.
I would have held on to, like, secreted some, like, pastries or something in my sleeves or something for Mars, since she didn't come.
And Farah there in her long blue dress that she saves for special occasions.
Or she does. Pretty girl.
Mars, put it in her mouth.
I'll waft it under her nose. It's like chocolate and stuff.
Do I wake up?
Yeah, you wake up.
Hey, you missed the meal, so I wasn't sure if you'd be comfortable, but I brought you some pastry.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay? Were you drinking all last night?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even invite me.
So you
out
went
to
drinking
drink.
without me?
And me.
We can go drinking again tonight.
We should go drinking tonight, Cadmus says.
Obviously.
As soon as I park this thing, we're gonna go drinking. I know at least 3 pubs inside of the outer walls of Azobek. Mercenary joints. You'll like them. They're good.
Sounds good.
Oh, we're on the guest list for our concert, for a Triance concert in a couple days, by the way.
Triance.
Wait.
And
Wait, when? How did?
and Hearthbrooks and Katy
Hearthbrooks?
Perry.
Oh, I love country western
How
music.
did you do that?
I ran into Treonce.
How do you run
Wait,
it?
she's here?
Well, she was yesterday in the Temple of Soft.
Huh.
She threw me off.
That's
a
been a
cliff.
while. Was it fun?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you
I mean-
can fly, so
I wasn't worried about that part. It was just a little bit unexpected.
that's fair.
Well, if we want to make it down to Ezebek, it's going to take about 3 hours.
Hmm.
We should probably get headed out.
Yeah.
Fair.
Need
Did
to
you
go
fall
find
asleep on the
someone-
lawn? I would have seen you out here before.
I don't remember much about last night.
It was a good night. I've had plenty of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're leaving now. You hear a voice echo from the base of the Temple of Vela. And Viceland will stride over to you.
Iceland.
Yeah, we were heading to the city for Zeno.
And apparently I have an errand there too now.
That's fair. I have an errand down south, so I should probably be headed out. You're coming at an interesting time.
I've heard there's a few things going on right now.
It's almost the summer season, which means that there's going to be a changeover of rulership inside of the city.
Anything we should watch out for?
Always political things.
Great.
Okay.
So I'll be completely out of my depth.
Who knows? You might be just the type of person they need. A little
The
bit
sword
of folk
politics I can
knowledge.
solve with my hammer.
Unofficially, yes. Officially, on
Ah.
behalf of the church, I would use some restraint, but maybe use the
I only
the
have
soft
so much
side.
restraint when it comes to elves.
Yeah.
Aggressive negotiations.
Mr. Rightwing. I hope you find what you're looking for there.
You do.
I'll if I hear any word about your family while I'm traveling south, they have a lot of shipping routes with the Amresian Empire.
Hmm.
I'll see what I can dig up.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll meet again soon. Mars,
Hmm.
remember what we talked about.
Of course.
Stay out of trouble.
Mars trouble never.
I'm keeping my eye on you. I've got one of our best people on it.
Promise.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Insight?
Sure.
22?
There's
22?
something going on here.
Well, let me figure out which one his dice is. Oh, he's definitely this one. He's definitely the Thor dice.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you say that? Like, what's your deal? How are you doing it?
I say, like, is that a promise?
Well, yes, I suppose it's...
Mally is gonna lean into Tia. And just
Someone
be
has
like,
to keep an eye on you. As
"She got
one...
another one. How did she do that?
I'm missing something here.
Besides, if I don't watch you,
Mm-hmm.
you'll doubtlessly be watching me.
Mally's just gonna kind of watch and be like, what the hell?
See you soon.
Safe travels.
You as well. And with that, there's going to be sudden... and he's going to just, like, shoot off into the sky. Like, he's basically Superman. Like, he does what he wants.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Infinity and beyond.
So I got an insight roll of 16 to be like, are they
You-
flirting or is this threats?
I think
or
it was...
is this something else?
I think it's both. I will say that Viceland is a fairly pale person.
Mhm.
And he did flush a little bit when she said that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was expecting that, so I think that disarmed him pretty well. You beat his wisdom save to not, like, react to that by like not much, but enough. So yeah, he will take off. As you Xeno, were you grabbing anything at the vendor before we get back to the ship?
No, it would have changed the entire dynamic of the morning scene, so no.
Okay. You will find that you were left with a flask of a strange liquid that your new friends gave you. It seems to be some type of wine from the continent of Dione. It's just a small dose, but it's this kind of like glowing blue well, not glowing, but like translucent blue liquid. You were warned to take it with lots of sugar. And to not pilot any carriages afterward.
Oh.
Shortly after, you all find yourselves back on the Duchess. And as you reboard your ship, you can see that there's a little blinking light on the control console.
What does that mean?
You have an incoming communication from Edagon. It's Edagon. This is my ship. This is my... Why do I have to leave my name? You have an incoming communication from Edagon. This is Edagon. It'll repeat again. Why do I have to leave my name?
Do we press something? Or is this...
Would you like to answer?
Yes.
Yes. Thanks, Duchess.
You'll hear, oh, these damn kids. They're always doing something and not answering the...
Hi.
Hi, Edagon.
Am I on speaker?
Yes.
I think is that the only way to...
It depends where you are. There's a handset in the bridge.
Oh.
Been trying to reach you for a while. I got good news and I got bad news.
Okay.
All right, here's the bad news. Okay?
That's my favorite.
Yeah, I bet it is. I can't find the other eye.
What?
I can't. I used the first one to try to triangulate its location. Kept using you to ping around, because you've been sailing up and down the coast of Argeny. Well, Toulouse at least. You're down where? You're like the Causeway or something? Oh, by the way, congratulations on coronation. Thanks for inviting me.
I mean, I found out last night. Didn't think you'd get here in time.
Yeah, well, it's the thought that counts. And look, that
I mean,
means like...
Iceland was here.
Yeah, of course, that featherhead would be there. Look, that means that the Eye of Nyrn ain't on this planet.
What?
What?
Yeah. It ain't here. So we gotta find out which one of the non-prime realms it's on.
What are our options then?
Okay, well, you know how there's this world?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now picture every world but this one. And it's on one of those. So that's easy. That we already got one solved.
How many?
Technically infinity minus one.
That's horrifying.
That's not the way that infinity works. Infinity is a causal loop. But like still, like, but you're in luck because you're right next to Azabek, right?
Mm-hmm.
City of Eternity, Infinity Town, all that bupkis.
I guess it's a little more literal than just long-lived elves.
Yeah. Well, also, what you need to know is they're having this thing called a conflux.
Right.
Great divination magic.
Sky ship into...
I got told about that.
I would not fly my sky ship directly into the city per se, because they've got these like lightning cannons. Emrys tried to invade like a couple hundred years ago, and it didn't go well for anybody. But look, just you can probably fly up. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. I would fly up and see what happens. So we should
ask this right?
I think you should ask the conflux
thing?
which world this is on.
Okay. So how hard is it to actually, get in so that we can ask this question?
Well, you're very resourceful adventurers, and I'm sure that if you manage to get inside by either leveraging the name Nothing Ventured or by, sneaking in up the side of a building or something, everything will work out just fine.
How likely are we going to get arrested if we don't manage this, or just dead?
Actually, arrested would probably be pretty easy, because, depending on the size of the crime, you'll have to be tried by the Tetrarchy itself. Which
I'm sure I'll be able to get
breaking into the conflux going to get us into that situation.
I mean, yeah, probably. It's all in the same room, though. It's the main chamber of the Argent Spire.
Well, maybe let's try talking first.
Talking is always good. Okay.
Alternatively, they might look at Zeno and immediately arrest him for whatever reason his family was banished.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, he is at least half human.
Well, I mean, I was told the good side of my family lives there. So
I also I got some other news this morning.
This is the good news?
No. I don't think
no.
So. The signs in the west. Griffin's Peak Bridge is it's taken. So is most of Thestorel. Dracol is Dracol Keep. They expanded out. It's what the guys at Doggerun Bridge were trying to root using the Margrave of the Southern Crescent's armies. They lost.
So
Thestorel is Dracol's property all the way down to Cafford Town.
So how bad is it then?
It's the entire place is at war.
Oh.
I'm sorry to drop something so heavy on you, but none of you is from Cafford Town, so I'm sure that the Claywinds and whoever's at any of those places and wherever Mali is from, but I'm sure that Mog is safe and nobody would go there, and Avakara is all the way at the bottom ass end of the coast. They're fine. They got money.
Yeah.
I mean, Ashford's probably a little bit hooped, but they're also on the ocean. They could always become pirates.
Yeah.
Anyway. Sorry maybe I should have led with that. But it doesn't matter, because you know what? All of this crap is happening because of Nyrn. Right? Dark Goddess wakes up, bad stuff happens. That's the way it probably is, right? So all we gotta do, you go find out where the eye is, we put the eye back, we find that last piece, or 2 or 3 or however many you got left in that broken doodad, we put them back together, boom! Lock her away, no more wars, it's all good, right? As if it was so easy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But hey, at least it's one more thing off our plate, right?
Was there any good news?
But the good news was that we can find out where the eye was, potentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that all the good news?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to my stories. So, you all, good luck there in the Elven City. It's a riot. Don't get killed.
Thanks. Nice talk.
Is the ship okay? Look, I just really need to make sure. Is Duchess all right?
Duchess is fine. I'm pretty sure.
Well, because I haven't been
just-
getting the regular schematic reports to make sure that everything was. Oh yeah, I disabled those. Like
Fine.
I just there's a switch. Is that what that does?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what that does.
Oh, I didn't think you needed the reports. Really, it just kind of yeah, I kind of would like it. You know how much that ship is worth? Fine, whatever.
Oh.
All right, Edagon out. Bye. Click.
Thanks.
I'm saying click
Great.
now.
Bye.
We heard you.
Kids. Call terminated.
What?
I don't understand.
I think there's something about when you get that old, you go a little more loopy.
Human brains aren't designed for it, Farrah says.
Mm.
I guess we're going for a plane ride.
You ready to go to a forever town?
Really?
Sure. I need to go get some cool magic tattoos.
What?
Wait, what?
I think we're gonna call game there. Welcome to level 11.
Yes! I need a magic tattoo.
All right, so guys, that's going to be it for tonight here on the Shards of Nyrn. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this very role-playing heavy episode as you guys get to Forever
Very
Town.
fun.
Next episode's probably going to be the Eternal City Part 2. Which I normally don't do, but this is kind of an arc that we're going into. If you guys couldn't tell, we're starting to ramp the plot back up now.
Oh, yay.
And
Yeah, this is
Xeno, don't
great.
worry, it's very Xeno-specific next session, so enjoy that. You just tired, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Sorry, we ran a little late tonight, but we had a lot of stuff to do. So you all can hit level 11, and
I just rolled my hit points.
nice. Winter, you doing that thing?
Yes,
Okay, you made a choice.
Oh no.
I did. I made
Mars,
choices.
no.
Are you going to say now or
No.
next session?
I'll let it happen when it happens.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so hey, thank you so much for tuning in and watching us tonight here on the Shards of Nyrn. I've got to get used to saying the newly adjusted title. If you like what we do here, give us a follow if you're on Twitch, or subscribe if you're on YouTube, or hell, if you have the extra cash, we'll take a subscribe on Twitch too. We love having you in the chat and love seeing the views on YouTube, so it'd be fantastic if you kept on this journey with us in our homebrew setting. And if you want more Dork Tales content, we do a lot of games. We're slowing down a little over the holidays, but you will be able to find us here on Monday nights for Rime and the Frost Maiden. And let us know what kind of games you want in the new year, because we are looking at doing some more homebrew like this with our ever-expanding home setting, or maybe doing some more modules like Descent into Avernus, as well as games like Deadlands and Cyberpunk Red. That's going to be it for us from Dork Tales. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.